Didn't I pop chat out already? Chat show. Okay, now I'm confused. Where is my tab? Here it is. I had a whole bunch of tabs open, ready to go, and I just couldn't remember what was where. Hate when that happens. All right. Her first. Okay, those of you on the rerun channel, you know the deal. I'm going to do my draw in just a moment. Those of you hanging out here, just sit tight for a little bit. This won't take long. That's what she said. All right, we got 12 people that have entered the giveaway on the rerun channel. Did I enter? Let me make sure. Okay, I did. All right, closing giveaway, drawing a winner. Gina Dolodi. Is Gina here? Gina is here. Okay. Congratulations, Gina Dolodi. Let's get you your code. All right, we're going to raid over to main. Joey, can you say something in chat, please? Type anything up. Just type something. Anybody, really. I want to make sure that my HUD thing is working properly. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, it worked. Hey, Sergeant Sully's here. Sergeant Sully, did you see that Joey is using Cover My Replay for you? Now, hey, I will say it like this. If you have the replay tokens and you don't want him to use his, you can absolutely use Cover My Replay, and I'll refund his points back to him. It's totally up to you. In the meantime, I am rating myself. It's always fun to say. And I'm going to go and hang out in the yes soundboard. There we go. I'm in the soundboard. I should make sure that Discord works properly. Let's see here. All right, Discord is working properly. There's the raid. There's our raid. Let's go. All right, Sergeant Sully, then you just sit tight. Joey took care of it for you. Joey took care of it for you, all right? So you are Gucci. Make sure you say thanks to him. Hey, Doc Zoidberg. Okay, is this the tab I need open? Is it? Is it? So today's our final replay analysis, yo. Let me make sure that my tweet went out. Good, it did. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go to Stream Elements. I'm going to create a giveaway here. Whitakers will remember. There you go. And this is going to be a CC container that we're going to get going for now, okay? All right, we're going to be starting with... Actually, Sergeant Sully, do you have to run, or are you going to be okay? Hey, SF's here. Awesome. I was going to start with SFNL, but obviously, Sergeant Sully, if you need to go, I can prioritize yours first. You can wait? All right, let's just do Joey. All right, let's just do Sergeant Sully's. Let's get that up and running, and then we'll figure out where we go from there, all right? I think that sounds fine. You just have to remember the Whitakers. You are at lunch. Gotcha. Okay, so we'll get yours done. I need to know from you, Sergeant Sully, if there's a special captain that you are using. And I believe you said there is a death pick involved in this, yes? Unrug. Okay. 21-point captain, but no special stuff. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. Alright. Why is my thing looking like this? Woo! Alright, everybody. We are back. I feel like I was just doing this recently. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I was. Yeesh. All good, no worries. So, welcome back to our Monday night. Now, typically we do Civ 6, but because of the speed race event that we were doing, the speed run event, we've done an audible, and we're going to be doing some speed running. But first, I have, at least right now, 3 replays to get through. Sergeant Sully's Kerr first. I've got SFNL's Marceau, and Grunty's Kiev. So I've got those 3 replays to get through. After that's done, we will see if there's any more. If not, we're going to go hang out with Raptor and do some speedrunning. Should be a lot of fun. I have room for up to 5 replays today. 5 replays. Now, this is going to be our final replay stream for this patch cycle. After this patch is done, no more. No more. You understand? So, because the patch invalidates all replays. So, we're going to start with Kerr first. Now, chat, you all are going to have the ability to choose... Oh, hold on. I forgot to do something. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. I'll just leave it blank. We're doing the giveaway on the stream tonight. I'll do the next one tomorrow at 10. Trying to conserve codes, y'all. It's towards the end of the patch, so I want to make sure I have enough codes for you guys. By the way, Sergeant Sully, I pinged Blood Minister, so he's aware that we're covering your replay. Alright, so anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Many of you were over on the rerun channel, appreciate that. And some of you guys are chilling right now. I need to do one more thing. I need to make sure that the YouTube video is working properly. So just give me a moment, please. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am streaming over on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So you are more than welcome to hang out if you'd like. On both if you want. Some people like to do that because it allows them to dodge ad breaks, right? Because if you've got both YouTube and Twitch open, if there's an ad break on one platform, you can just flip over to the other. The nice thing about that is I've been putting less time and effort into managing ad breaks, and honestly, I kind of like that, right? Because I can just focus more on the stream and bring you guys good content, and I don't have to spend I'm therefore spending less time going all over the place. So that's kind of nice, you know? Bear waving back at YouTube. That's right. Okay, good. Now, YouTube, you guys watching, you should still, anything you type. Did I pop this out? Oh, I forgot to pop this out. See, Bear, that's why you are so awesome. That's why you are so awesome. Okay, so now Bear, if he tries waving again, should now show that it's working properly. I apologize for that. A lot of things to set up here. An absolute lot of things to set up. So, thank you very much for your patience. Mark the giveaway complete. Okay, now. Duck all the way back. Okay, no problem. We should have a giveaway going. We'll be doing one CC container at some point today on this stream. I do a great job. Thank you, Sergeant Sully. Let's go. So, make sure that OBS is reading. Okay, good. It is working fine. Yay! Let's go ahead and pull up your build. As soon as I can find the correct... ship stats. Yes! Here we go. So, we're going to start today with a Kurfürst Brawl. Thank you, Seabear, for double-checking. We're going to start today with a Kurfürst Brawl. Kurfürst is, of course, the Tier 10, now premium German battleship. It used to be the battleship that was at the end of the line, but that has changed. And so now we see we see this in Note. We see this as a premium ship now, and the Preußen was put in its place. Characteristics of the Kurfürst, we like to call it the floating continent because it's chunky. This thing is big, absolutely big. It's got really good armor all around. Pretty darn good health point pool. The guns aren't that bad, assuming you can hit things with them. And the secondaries are quite nice. So she's a very fun ship to play. And if you have a chance to grab her, I think you can get her for coal now. She's worth considering picking up. She's not bad at all. So we're going to take a look at Sergeant Sully's build and talk through how that works. And then from there, we will go into the replay. See how this game plays out. This is a brawl for all. So you have the 420mm guns. You've got two choices, the 420 or 406s. Personally, I like the 420s, but a lot of people prefer the 406s simply because their reload time is a few seconds quicker. 3 seconds quicker to be exact, without the boosts and stuff. So some people prefer that because they can spam out more shells. And if you're playing up close and personal, the 406 versus 420, there's not a lot of difference in penetration. And one reason that you might like the 420mm guns is because it's got the same sound effect as firing off the Yamato guns. So some people like that. Up to you. So you've gone with the 420s. That's fine, in my opinion. You've got Main Armaments Mod 1, Damage Control System Modification 1, Secondary Battery Modification 1, Damage Control System Modification 2, Ship Consumables Modification 1, and Auxiliary Mod. Awesome. Okay, so one thing immediately that comes to mind is if you are going to be going all into secondaries, I don't see why you're not going Auxiliary Mod in slot 1. Your guns, especially that 420mm, have plenty of armor. There is time for 2 replays today in Sin Cthulhu, and that is it. Wednesday is the patch, so we will not be doing replays from this patch cycle anymore after tonight. I've got room for 2 more. So, I would recommend you go for Auxiliary Mod instead. Aux Mod, in my opinion, makes a lot more sense, especially if you're investing in all of these secondaries. Okay, so to keep that in mind, not all in, playing utility with secondary bias. Okay, even then, I'd still consider it. Take a look at the armor profile on the main battery. You'll probably see that they're quite tanky. So I would say another thing that you can do, Sergeant Sully, is at the end of your battles, take a look at the detailed information tab and see how many secondary battery, whatever batteries, secondaries you lost. Okay, you might also, hey Rob, you may also want to consider looking at how many anti-air gun batteries you have lost. Because if you've lost a lot of anti-air, remember, auxiliary mod also helps the survivability of anti-air. That could come in handy. Curve first is not such a big deal. But your secondaries are really important on this ship. Why? Because they're 128s and 150s, which means that they will penetrate 32 millimeters armor and above, right? The 128s are 32. I believe these are like 37. 38, okay? Now, you said it's a 21-point captain, but note, you have 17 out of 21 points spec'd. Before we get to that, I want to mention, too, you really should be considering running spotting aircraft. Also, hi, Rob. You really want to consider running spotting aircraft instead of fighter. Fighter doesn't help much. It helps against, like, a noob carrier that doesn't know what they're doing. But against a carrier that knows what they're doing, your fighter stands no chance of doing anything other than just circling around. Especially if you launch your fighter to defend yourself and it goes the wrong way to start. It happens to me all the time. If it does that, you're getting nothing out of it. Versus the spotting aircraft. The spotting aircraft goes outside farther, so it might actually spot, for example, a submarine that isn't prepared. So that could come in really handy. Of course, it also extends your main battery firing range. What a lot of people don't realize is if you extend your range out farther, but you're still shooting somebody in a closer range, your vertical dispersion is tighter, which comes in better. You're plane. Okay, if you're going for plane kills, then fine. I get that. But I just want to highlight that because a lot of people don't understand the difference, and I used to run fighter a lot myself. All right, so you said this is a standard captain. We've got 17 out of 21 points chosen. So you've gone for demo expert, grease the gears, long range secondary, manual secondary, adrenaline rush, close quarters. Okay, I'm going to say it like this, Sergeant Sully. With all due respect, this is not a secondary utility build. This is a full all-in secondary build. You have taken every secondary skill that you can take. So, personally, that means it's even more important that you go for auxiliary mod up to the top here. Okay? You have nothing in survivability. You've got 4 points left. You absolutely want to spec into one of these three. Squizzy May, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. So, if that's the case, I'd probably go for Fire Prevention Expert. I think that's probably the way to go. Yeah, this is the ride or die build, which is, it's a brawl, so that should be fine. Hi, SAT. Also, I want to highlight something very important. You've picked Demolition Expert. It's a 1-point skill, but I feel that there's better options for you, especially preventative maintenance. Why? Because look at that second and third line. Preventative maintenance has been buffed to now also increase secondary and anti-air survivability. So if you're going to spec all this into secondaries, you want to be running that instead of 1% more fire chance. 1% fire chance doesn't matter if your secondaries are broken and they are not shooting a target. So I would absolutely go preventative maintenance here. By the way, preventative maintenance reads risk of modules becoming incapacitated. Guess what? That also helps your main battery, I believe, because your main battery is a module. So preventative maintenance is a good idea. And then I'd probably round it out with fire prevention. Now, grease the gears at a 2-point is okay. If you're playing close range, I can understand the reason you would want grease the gears. An alternative could be priority target, could be vigilance. I just want to highlight a couple of other choices for you. Personally, I like priority target because I know how screwed I'm about to become. But if you're always ride or dying it, where you're charging in secondaries and guns blazing, hey, it's fun. Adrenaline rush, I like. Long range secondaries and manual secondaries are great in this ship. Now, you've also gone close quarters. That helps your main battery reload rate. So that's nice. A lot of times people who do this don't bother going into secondaries for manual. And they also don't go into secondaries here. Instead, they go for main battery reload. Because the point of this is to get your main guns going. But this is an all-in damage build. Isn't Sully a co-op player? We've seen him play a lot of co-op. And this is a fine build for co-op. This is an absolutely fine build for co-op. Frankly, for brawls, it's a fine build too. But I just want to give you some feedback, things to think about, especially if you're going to take it into ranked battles or randoms. But thank you, Cthulhu. That's a very good point. Flags, you have 8 flags. One notable flag that you are not running is detonation. I always say it like this. You are investing 7 flags. Invest the 8th and run det. Or, in my opinion, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Now, in a brawl or co-op, these flags don't matter. Honest opinion. They don't matter. The games are too quick to where, in my opinion at least, you get much utility out of the flags that you've just invested in. So, personally, I wouldn't even bother running flags if it's a brawl. I do because I've got ungodly numbers of them. Okay? But, of the flags you've chosen, this is fine. Fire extinguishing is fine, so this is for your fire chance. Hydrophone action time is okay. And the reason I say it's okay is because realistically, with this going, you're going to get maybe 1 use of hydroacoustic search, and that's it. Maybe a second. But I don't know that you're going to get much out of that in a brawl or co-op. Hey, no problem, Sergeant Sully. That's fine. Your heal boost is fine, speed boost is fine, secondary boost is fine, and consumables is fine. One other thing, if you are trying to shoot down planes, you could always run with the anti-air flag as well. And every battleship is good for a ramming flag. So I would probably drop the fire chance flag and pick up maybe the flooding. I might drop the hydro and pick up the det and then pick up ramming. And this is probably the way I would go all in and set it up if I was really focusing on that, okay? All right, let's get to your replay. Ram is absolutely a must in brawls, yep. Okay, so you logged in a little bit late, that's okay. You got division mates of Blood Minister in the St. Vincent, and you've got Unrug 87. I don't know Unrug at all, but I do know Blood Minister. He's in a Napoli Black. You've got 2 randoms, you've got Hindenburg and a Moskva, so you have no destroyers. You're up against a triple RN division in Yamato, Ohio, and Napoli, and a Minotaur and Janan. Wow. Oh, Unrug is also a Polish community manager. Got it. Okay. Thank you. Smart move to let the wargaming employees tank. There you go. Now, you're going to see weird stuff here. The Napolis are highlighted. This is due to a mod that we are using for Warship Masters, which gives you point values in that tournament and stuff. I didn't turn that mod off, and I guess I probably could have, right? Because the next weekend it'll be a new patch, and they'll have to re-release the mod. So, apologies for confusion from that. Right, it's a flagship. Yep, in Warship Masters. Which, by the way, I hope you guys all tuned in for. It was a pretty fun tournament to cast. Had a good time with it. Okay. Cthulhu, I see your replay. You've been catching bits of it. Good. I am doing reruns on my rerun channel of Warship Masters from over the weekend. So if you missed out, feel free to double check that. Annapolis and Cody next week will be notably weaker. That's right, because they're going to be nerfed. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that, SAT. So maybe those teams should have been spamming those ships and getting the maximum use out of them before the patch. Wow. I didn't even think about that. Good point. You're asleep at 1 and 4 a.m. mostly my time. That's a good thing. I like to be asleep then too. You have HE in the barrels. I'm not sure why. And you have a Napoli in front of you, but you're not reacting to him just yet. Okay, there you go. Control click on the Napoli, because he's in secondary range. Hydro is early. Hydro is early because the Napoli isn't going to fire torpedoes until he spots something. They don't have a destroyer. They have Minotaur Janan. Janan is down at the A cap, so maybe you're thinking it's a Minotaur. Okay, so ironically enough, the Napoli did fire torpedoes down this channel. Please ignore what I just said. Most players won't preemptively fire torpedoes down the channel, especially in brawls. But apparently it didn't work out that way. Now he's got sap secondaries, and you can see that they are kind of chewing in. Keep your gun on target. Keep your gun on target. Keep your gun on target. There you go. There you go. There you go. You've lost a little bit of opportunity there because it took you so long to turn. Also, you fired a little high, but you got 4 full pens out of that, so that was good quality damage. And I was just going to say, he probably fired the other rack towards you, which is what he just did. Better just watch. You remember? It's okay. It's okay. The problem with brawls is you often play so many of them because they're so fast, it's hard to remember which game was which. I'd put the secondaries on the Ohio now because your secondaries are going to shoot the Ohio way before the Napoli comes back out to be shot at again. Rip your Mosfa, who showed broadside and died. Meanwhile, Team Wargaming is in the A-cap. Was this during Wargaming stream, perhaps? I'd keep backing up, by the way. There's no need to start moving forward yet. I keep backing up so that I had a shot on the Ohio, and more importantly, I have a shot on the Napoli when he comes back out again. It's on the EU stream. Got it. Okay. The Napoli is reversing, too. Oh, he's gifting this to you. Zoom back in. Zoom back in. Zoom back in, and then hit the C key to change your camera view. So you can see the rear earlier. Nice shot there. That'll wipe him out. Oh, almost. 10 overpens and 1 Citadel. You fired a little bit early, but that's okay because the Hindenburg was ready. Hey, Migsby. You finally made it to the stream. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, so there, Janan and Napoli are both dead. Minotaur's on the other side of that island. You guys are looking pretty strong. Hey, Submission. No, we're going to be doing the speedrun. And I have a few replays I need to get through because of all the tournament casting and the speedrun. I've been behind on replay analyses this patch. And since the patch drops Wednesday, we've had to make a slight adjustment. Next week, there will be no save either, so that we can do more speedrunning as well. Also, because I think Kitten and Vices are going to be out of town. Now, that was a decent shot. I want to highlight something when you zoom back in. Most people, and if we... Okay. Pause. Most people aim the exact same way that you did. And I agree, SF. This was a risky turn. Sitting broadside, you took a good chunk of damage. You're on double fire. You might want to consider healing. You should also consider using your DCP as well right now. With 2 fires, DCP the second, and then start healing. Now, you aim center of mass. A lot of people aim center of mass on the Ohio out of habit. Personally, on the Ohio, and this trick works for the Georgia as well, you want to be aiming farther forward. You want to be aiming for the first and second turret. You don't want the shells to hit center of mass. Very hard to Citadel. What you want to do is especially aim right about here. Okay? You want your shells to hit here because they will hit the turret barbette and they will punch through and Citadel. Because take a look at how narrow the ship is at this spot. See how much narrower the ship is than over here in the center? So there's essentially less space for your shells to come through, because a lot of times shells will penetrate the first armor piece and that will detonate the AP fuse. But if you aim farther forward, you have a better chance of getting into the Citadel area and then having it detonate. So that's a little trick that I like to do when I'm shooting, especially Georgias. Ohio's that works out well as well, but especially Georgia's. Now, he's turning away, so you want to use the same principle on the rear. You want to be aiming like here so that your shells hit over here. Same idea, okay? Dream Raiders was a victory. Let's go ahead and get the next one started. Now, you can always practice that in training rooms. You go in the ST Armor Resiliency Test training battle, and you can practice that. Although, I think you need a mod to be able to put Ohio as a bot in the training room, or have a friend with Ohio, and then have him sit there and let you know if you citadeled him, that kind of stuff. Now, you are aiming high right there as well. That's a habit I've gotten into for longer range shots, but at closer range, you can go a little bit lower. Yeah, well, I'm just saying that's the best way to practice that and learn that sort of deal. Either way, this Ohio is dead anyways. Ta-da! Okay. Minotaur versus Napoli, St. Vincent, you got a Yamato. I would probably cut hard left now, because your guns are already on the right side. So, also, the Yamato's running away from your St. Vincent. So, cutting to the right and cutting your guns left is just, I mean, the Yamato's already leaving. You know, you're just encouraging him to run away harder, if that makes any sense. Good save by Blood Minister of the ship. Yes, there's a mod that will do that. Oh, never mind. There's a mod that will do that. I don't recall the name of it right now, Submation. Ah, there you go, Pac. Yes, you can ready up in Ohio, but Sergeant Sully says he doesn't have one. But yes, you can ready up for it, and then fill the team symmetrically, and then go from there. Also, hello, Thudtwit. Well, you don't get any XP in a training room, so right? So, I mean, you know, you have to go into it with an idea of what you're going to accomplish with that time in the training room. Otherwise, you're wasting a lot of your time. Okay, you are now suddenly the only person alive. I missed it, but I guess your Napoli Minotaur traded. Now, I would say, at this point, there's no reason for you to be coming out here. Absolutely none. Because you are playing this game on the Yamato's schedule. Also, control-click the Yamato. Get them secondaries going. They're firing, but they're not honing in on accuracy. You'd be getting more hits if you had control-clicked on it. The Yamato wants to play at long range. You want to play at short range. If you chase the Yamato right now, you're probably not going to get anything out of that. Correct, that's it. We've got 4 replays on the schedule for today, room for 1 more. If I were you, what I would do is just say goodbye, Yamato, and go to the sea cap. It won't end as quickly, but you'll ensure that you have yourself a victory. You still haven't control clicked on the Yamato, and look how dispersed your secondaries are. YOLO him. I mean, you can too. But you're winning I mean, you don't even need... You can literally just park right here, go get some Starbucks. But honest answer, you're winning on 2 caps. They've only got 1. There's no reason for you to come out and get shot at all. And don't forget, you don't have a dead flag. So the more he shoots you, the more chances you have to detonate. Which, of course, would be terrible if that happened on the community stream. Well, SAT, yes and no. Again, without dead flags, I wouldn't be chasing him. I would go for the verified secure win, which is what you're doing right now, Sergeant Sully, which I think is good. Spoiler, Zath? Oh no. All right, well, I shall hover my finger over the end key so I can pause it. More content. Actually, I haven't had that many detonations on my channel before, so. Yamato has realized his problem. Control click. You still haven't control clicked on him? Now here, If you want to keep your secondaries on him, here's where you could pop your plane. Your plane will probably continue to spot the Yamato. So you missed out on a little bit of damage there. You missed out on a lot because you didn't control click on the Yamato, but you missed out on some additional from spotting and continuing shooting. Now, if you plan on taking the Yamato in front of you, you might want to start moving your turrets more to the right. Here's again, if you have the plane up, you know where the Yamato's coming. Is he going to come in the front of you? Is he going to come down the side of you? That's a very crucial piece of information you need to know now so that you know how to orient your ship and, frankly, how to orient your guns as well. This is Curse Brawl's hotspot. If he detonates, it means the Yamato came in the back of him. Ducks. See, and here's again where that... Oh, why did you have HE loaded? What was that for? You still haven't clicked on him. See, wouldn't it have been nice if you had the vision to know where he'd be? Okay, but a Bao and Yami is an even bigger reason to have AP, because you get on the Chica and you just blow him away. There's no reason to have HE loaded in the Yamato at all, period. Okay, so you're going to try to head him off by going into the B cap. Okay. I'd like to point out that you could also just literally park here, go get Starbucks. Get a milkshake, you know, whatever. And that's exactly right, SAT. A second, especially because he went and he's got one flag, and he's also got the fire chance skill, right? Actually, I don't drink coffee. I'm not a huge fan of Starbucks. It's actually it's a pudding thing that I've just kind of picked up on. So what would I say? Pulled over and gotten a milkshake. I don't really... Pulled over, got some... Oh, look at this beautiful shot. Again, if you had the plane up ahead of time, you'd be more prepared for this shot right here. Let's watch. And no detonation, but you triple citadel'd him and got the kill. Cool. That actually worked out quite well for you, huh? Alright, let's pull up the Curse replay render. Alright, so 220,000 damage in a brawl isn't too shabby. You came in first place. Very nice. And your performance here. Let's take a look at the detailed report. It was a very juicy shot. Now, worth noting, you didn't lose a single module of secondaries, right? You lost a couple of anti-air guns, big deal. But you didn't lose any secondaries. You didn't take a lot of hits from HE. And you didn't take a lot of hits in general from much other than some sap from that Napoli. Probably not going to be enough anyways. And then you took some hits from Ohio, Yamato. But those are mostly going to be AP. And they're going to be shot at your belt and, you know, at the waterline. So... You didn't. If you had a lot of HE spamming ships, you probably would have lost some secondaries and anti-air. So let's take a look at your credits and XP. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, let's take a look at the replay render. Chat, as always, I could use some suggestions for titles. You apparently averaged 64k damage in battleships. That's a respectable number, depending on what tier you play. I do like your torpedo dodging skills at the beginning, by the way. That's tough to do in a curve first. And you had a great shot on the Napoli. You fired a little bit early as he was reversing. So you didn't quite get the kill, but that's okay because the Hindenburg got the kill for you. So Napoli and Minotaur traded torpedoes with each other. Okay. Unbreakable. Ooh, I like that idea. Okay, unbreakable. But yeah, here's the part where you'd be fine. Just sit and wait. Don't forget you can use your plane for vision. All that good stuff. But dude, GG's. Good game. And especially the fact that you did this on the live stream is pretty awesome. Oh, it's not dumb, Sublation. I appreciate your wordsmithing. Sorry, Cthulhu. Remember, I also have YouTube going. Polish, polished, brawl. All right. Well, hey, thank you regardless, Sergeant Sully, for sending that replay in. Appreciate that. I'm going to go to the Stream Raider screen for a moment here. And we're going to get the next replay ready to go. SFNL, this will be yours. You're, of course, welcome to join me in voice if you like, or just hang out and chill. Ooh. Was the motto a death pick? Usually I do death picks when you die. I don't do death picks when you kill somebody. And also, I didn't have enough time to take that screenshot. But that's okay. Armor. Good work. Hey. You on the road?
What's up, bud? No, I'm home. I'll explain that to you later.
Okay. Yeah, because you sound very different. We are doing some replay analysis now, and then I'm going to go to the speedrun in a little bit. Hey, Puddin'.
I got the Gneisenau or Bismarck match for you. A real good Bismarck.
Well, I have room for one more if you're going to use a cover my replay or sub redeem on it.
Crap.
Sorry, Puddin', I'll try to die more. There you go. And SF, well, I'll take the screenshot anyway. SF, I'd love to know from you if you are here and can hear me. I'd love to know what kind of captain you've got on this, if it's a special one or not. There we go.
So, quick question. When is Monarch getting that super heal?
This patch.
This patch or next patch?
I believe it's this patch.
Sweet.
Chat, you guys can correct me on this, but I'm pretty sure it's this coming patch.
Oh, that's going to be fun fighting tier 6s with that.
Of course. Alright, let's exit out of here. Let's go back into the game. Submation, if you want to, that's up to you. And Sarge Sully, yeah, it was fine. So, if we do 5 replays, which is our max for tonight, that's fine. When we finish replay coverage, I will put up a vote for you all to choose which replays you think deserve to make it to YouTube. So remember this one that we did. We're going to take a look at our next one now, which is going to be SFNL in the Marceau. Now, Marceau is a premium French destroyer, tier 10. It's available, I think, for coal. Please correct me if I'm wrong. All right, thank you, Submation. And there's a shout out for... Wow, that's an old overlay for SAT score. So let's go ahead and take a look at your build, SF. You've got a main armaments mod 1. Oh, by the way, other characteristics. It's got 127mm guns. These are quite floaty at range, but once you've dialed them in, I mean, they're the same kind of gun as, or very similar at least to American guns. A little bit faster, I think. If Destroyer Zeka's here, he can tell you because he loves this ship. If you can get comfortable with the guns, they will absolutely sing for you. So anyway, it's also got some nice torpedoes. It's pretty agile, all that good stuff. All right. Oh, we lost Big O. So your build, you've got main armaments mod 1, engine boost modification 1, aiming systems mod 1, propulsion mod 1, concealment, and then finally main battery for reload. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Obviously, if you like a ship, you're going to put a lot of, you're going to invest in the unique module. And the Marceau absolutely wants speed. It is a speed demon. Hey, Yankee. So, I like the idea of using engine boost modification on it. Marceau comes by default with defensive anti-air, engine boost, and your standard DCP. Now, we don't know if it's a special captain or not, and SFNL can't remember either, which is fine. I want to point out a couple of things. If this is on array, this is a buffed adrenaline rush, which is pretty sexy for any French destroyer. I like to point that out. If it's Abanu, you also get, instead of the adrenaline rush, you get survivability expert for the extra 50 HP per tier. So that's going to be another 500 HP. So both are good choices. Because this is a premium ship, you should have one of these two going. I am live, Duckman. I am very much live. So you pick one of these two. Duckman, you should know of all people by now, I've got my rerun channel for reruns. Otherwise, I am live on this channel at this point. The reason I say it should be one of these two is because the honorays you can pick up. I believe one is for coal and the other one is doubloons. And then Abanu you get from, I think it's a container thing or whatever. So, you know, I'd say you should be able to put one of those two on a premium ship. Remember, because of the commander rework, these people all go on one tech tree ship. And if you have it on a different class, let's say you've got this on array on a battleship, then you can put the this on array on a premium destroyer and use that commander build there. I want to keep highlighting that because I've noticed that a lot of people don't know that that exists. So I just want to put that out there for y'all. Okay? Let's just assume it's a standard captain for now. Hey, Gaelic. You've got preventative maintenance, last stand, Mabas, gun range, concealment expert, because actually it's pretty decent with concealment. You have been, Gaelic, and thank you for tuning in and hanging out. You've got adrenaline rush, survivability expert, and then your final skill went to liquidator. My guess is you did liquidator because you didn't feel like you had much else that you could use. I would say instead of liquidator, I might instead consider going for consumables specialist, simply because consumable specialist gets your cooldown of engine boost reduced, which means you can use your engine boost more frequently in battle. It's a consideration. Is it necessary? Probably not. Probably not, but I'm not sure what else you would want to run here. Now, you could also choose to forego the anti-air and the main battery, but, I mean, Marceau's got pretty good anti-air. but you could choose to forego anti-air and pick up something like priority target, and then pick up another 2-point skill. If I were to do that, I would probably pick up consumables enhancements so that my engine boost runs even longer duration, 257 seconds versus 234. You pick up for 20, I can't do math, 23 seconds of extra engine boost uptime because of consumables enhancements. That's really sexy. So, worth considering. It's not worth respecing on, but I might do something like that. That being said, I'm sure the builds document is probably what you've got set up, so that's fine too. I always say you play to your personality, your strengths, and how you play the boat, and what works for you. Now, you've got 8 signals, you've got anti-det, you've got fire reduction, both fire chance flags, you've got a flood chance flag as well. You've got your ship speed, consumable, prep time, and anti-air. Fine. Absolutely fine. This is absolutely what you'd want to run. I can't see anything else for you to do. So let's go ahead and get into your replay. Here we go. So this is Marceau. And this is on Haven. I think it's Haven. I always get these mixed up. Yeah, it's on Haven. Alright. Explore a little bit. Hey, Xanda. So you are in a tier 10 through 8 game. Oof. Feel bad for those few tier 8s. Jesus. 4 of them. I can already tell you're just going to farm the crap out of everything. This is going to be, I mean, now, to be fair, we've covered a lot of SFNL games, and they've been just redonkulous, so. Thank you, Xanda. Thank you. This is not a farming game. Awesome. I'm just saying that's my guess, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. Xanda, I'm sure you're over on Raptor's channel too while he's doing the speedrun. Feel free to say hi to him for me. Once I get done with my 5 replays, I do plan to go on the speedrun, and if he wants to join in voice, we can hang out and stuff at that point. We'll see what happens. Alright, so you are going for a very aggressive early open. I'm a little bit... What are you talking about fireworks to get my attention? I'm a little concerned about how aggressive you're being right now because salmon is already noped out of your area. Thanks, sub. Zhao and Palmer are there still, so. Okay. Well, you did find a sub. Congratulations. I'm surprised you're going to try to go dark now. I guess it makes sense. You don't want the sub to ping you and torp you and all that garbage. Alternately, you could shoot the Goliath, but I think it's better to go dark as well, so. Now you see some smoke, and the turpits are shooting at you. Ah, don't you love sonar pings? Oh, when words was broken? Actually, I didn't pay attention to the fireworks, Duckman. I just happened to look at the screen and realize that it was broken. So, really, anytime, Duckman always has started to tell his attention. Anytime something's broken, with those, please do me a favor and just send me a message on Discord. That's the best way to get a hold of me with that. I don't watch the text chat on the rerun channels much. Vamp Deuce and grabs the C cap. I don't know why your Holland is where he is, but okay. Shady Lycon, hey, thank you very much for the follow. Yo, 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 welcome on in. How's it going? How are you this evening? All right. Apologies, just checking on something. Doing okay? Had a busy day with the wife? I'll let those in here with the dirty mind go there, but I won't. How do you Citadel Duckman? You aim at the quacks in his armor. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now you tell me this isn't a farming game, yet you're shooting at a turpits. Got an ad break that's going to start in 5 minutes, just so you all are aware. Remember, I do also have the stream going on YouTube, so this is your warning. Consider checking out the YouTube stream so that when the ad break hits, you can mute this or drop it down, whatever, and open up the YouTube tab. Anyways, look, you're hitting a turpits. Are you gonna... He's charging you, so... Of course, your torps just barely missed. You went widespread with that second set and missed everything. Oh, what is that? Shimakaze. You've got a Shimakaze over here. That's got to be a Shima. Note that everybody else is pretty much noped out of here. Just the Zhao left. Palmerin is... Oh, what he's doing? Goliath is leaving too. It's actually nice, the Goliath leaving, because now that allows you to focus on the turpits, and then you can come back and charge. Because you are down a ship at this point. One of them is a sub. Whatever. Okay, you're tied up now. There you go. Hashtag not a farming game. Exactly. Oh, you permanent the torpedo tube. Look at that. Duckman is getting orange special camo, or duck a la orange. Nice. So Big O, it looks like you just subscribed again. I know you said that it was a day or two away. Did you like pay ahead or something? Is that how that worked?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm legit curious because as you can see, my AI bot picked it up, but nothing else happened, which is fine. It's kind of cool that it picked that up, though. And thank you for the resub. So that's so that you can get your replay covered, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Do me a favor and maybe at me or whatever so I know which replay it is. And, you know, I'll get that cooking. That'll be the last replay. Oh, look at all the Shima torps. Don't you love the torpedo dodging minigame?
Done.
Thank ya, thank ya. I didn't get a chance to look at your Discord ping yet, by the way. I'll check that later. Alright, well, the smoke tells you where the Shimakaze is. Zhao's got his Hydro running, that's good. Here's your engine and a boosto. So SF says it's not a farming game.
Makes me wonder if he pulled the Big O move. Maybe?
Well, we'll find out. So you are heading towards the sea cap. It is being capped. Cossack is most definitely in the sea cap. Their sub might be there too. If you reverse shotgun this sub, I'm going to be very proud of you. Putting that out there, SF. Also, I have to sneeze. Okay. You just got picked up. Now, the nice thing about your speed is, even if the Cossack smokes up, you can just charge right into him. Hey, look, there's the Cossack. Now, he's got Hydro, but you might as well luck chuck some torpedoes at him as well. Looks like he's running. Why are you running? He is indeed running. Oh, look, the creature.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, direct front.
Oh, what a dodge. Nice kill.
Enemy destroyer blown.
Now you're slowing down in case the caustic torped. Ah, I see. You want to take advantage of the island.
Ship is on fire.
I was really hoping you were going to go kill the sub. Yeah, he almost beat his own torso in the smoke, right? Because he's that fast. And that's why I like doing everything I can to get my engine boost active as long as possible and or cooldown reduced as much as possible so I can just spam it. Ooh, Shimakaze. Shima torped the channel. But, you know, SF has to not farm. A full health battleship in the distance.
Torpedoes astern.
There's our ad break.
Torpedoes astern.
Getting the next level of stream raiders going.
Torpedoes to port. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Oh! Super late extreme braking. Now, if you keep going forward, you might incentivize the Goliath to chase you. Yeah, right into these torpedoes. That would be awesome.
Engine boost.
And it's happening. Bye, Goliath. Actually, he's probably gonna burn out. Nope, hit him with one.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Grr, annoying sub.
Torpedoes direct front.
Now watch how SF expertly dodges the torpedoes. Without even thinking. Now, Shimakaze, we haven't seen in a little bit, but he's far enough away from you that you're not spotted. That's interesting. I might actually dump depth charges right here. In case you happen to be right over the sub. Especially because they reload. Might be worth just doing that.
Submarine. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to
Nice. Depth charges.
enemy destroyer sunk.
Don't ram him. Oh. Well, there you go. Confederate. You're lucky he dove. If he stayed up on the surface, you would have rammed and died. Which honestly would have been okay, but still, like, you want to continue to run around and not farm, right?
Engine boost activated.
Look, there's that Turpitz you weren't farming earlier. He made it all over there, and he just happened to heal up every bit of damage you did to him.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
So now you can finish the job. Me likey.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
At this point, you guys should win this game. You haven't seen the sub in a long time. Long time. And it's just the Turpids over there. If he gets a lucky hit, okay, but chances are that quite low. Still, it feels to me like you're going to stay behind this island and shoot him. Yep, there you go. That is very true, Cthulhu. He is down on points. I like that trigger discipline there. He took a couple of shots. Alternately, you could have stopped and shot from behind the island, but whatever. Because now if you engage him, you're within his secondary range, assuming his secondary build. Oh, rip your Ohio. Okay, what you need to happen right now is for the enemy sub to just randomly appear in front of you. Hot spread torpedoes on the turpits. China's main battery shell is causing a fire in tower. Ah, okay, you are using Albanu. So with Albanu, when you cap something, it increases your HE chance. You're asking the Benson for a smoke screen. And he's not paying attention. Vermont, depth charges your sub. I don't think he's gonna smoke for you, SF. I think you're gonna have to do this the Han way. Oh! Ship speed increased because you just got your potential damage. You went to over 2 million potential. I've rarely ever done that with Abanu in a destroyer. I'm just putting that out there. Fearless Brawler would be a good idea. It's just, it's hard to find a way to make that fit. Right? Like, I mean, you could drop him a boss, but then you have to drop something else as well. High caliber, you saved your star as the Benson gets killed by, of all things, Napoli secondaries. How the heck did that happen? Nice Kraken. You hit him with the torp. Okay, but yes, but the problem, Grunty, was he only had one 1-point skill. You'd have to go back in the VOD to find where his build was. By the way, Grunty, you're next. Oh, it's that stupid bug with the replay where it flipped your scores. So he wasn't trailing by 500, he was leading by 500, Cthulhu. That's a replay bug that got introduced with this patch. It's very frustrating. Yeah, I was, as you can see, I was as shocked as you were. Anyway, very nice game. Very nice game. Lots of damage, lots of shell hits, some good achievements. The huge came in first place. Man, that Ohio did work despite not killing anything. He did work. Look at all those ships you did things to. Oh my god, look at this, guys. Did you know this, SF? You were 434 damage. 434 damage away from a Witherer. It's like, what, 2 flood ticks or fire ticks or something like that? Like, wow. Figures. Lots of potential damage. Like I said, I've never gotten that lucky with the French destroyers. I don't play them that often either, though. But very nice job. Very nice job. You traveled almost 100 kilometers as well in your ship. Lousy game. No criticisms. All right, well, chat. Please feel free to provide an idea for a title. And let's pop up the replay render tool and take a look at the Marceau. Here we go. French connection. I like that because it's a French ship and because it's all about speed, isn't it? The economic screen, even if he hadn't procced it, you would have seen it was Avenue. Fair enough, that's true. Also, we probably would have caught it was Avenue if we knew HP values enough. As Grunty just said, dodging torps in a destroyer from a sub is interesting. Interesting is a fun way of putting it. Like, the level of focus that you had to have, because it wasn't just once, it was twice that you did that. Pretty impressive, dude. Pretty impressive. So yeah, I like the idea of French Connection being a title. Oh yeah, a lot of that potential damage was from Shima Torps, which is fantastic, right? Shima Torps are a great way to get potential. Any torpedo, it's a great way to get potential damage. If you know Torps are coming, you can actually go hunt them in a sense, as long as you don't hunt them so much that you hit one of them and eat them. I love how he just ran in there right here. Look, he just bullied the Cossack, and then he just casually dodged the sub torpedoes, and then you pulled over and went back to farming mode. And you sat here so long that the enemy got frustrated with you and you sucked the Goliath in. That was pretty funny. I mean, if you were to make a driving movie out of World of Warships, this would be a contender for that movie, SF. It's pretty funny. Like I said, here you got lucky the sub submerged. Must have panicked. If he would have stayed serviced or at periscope, he would have rammed you. I want to see how that Benson died. Did he get spotted by the Vermont? He shot the Vermont. He shot the Vermont. Oh, this is my favorite cover of Sound of Silence. I know that you like the original, but I love this one. It's a great tune. Remember, you all can play DJ and pick your own tunes too. SF, outstanding nutty game, as only you can bring us. Thank you much for all of your support, and thank you for sending that replay in, man. That was something. All right, I'm gonna go to the stream writer screen here for a moment. We're gonna go ahead and get the next replay going. Chat, would you guys be okay if I ran a 3-minute ad break while we get the next replay ready to go? Y'all can say no, that's perfectly fine. I'm just thinking if we do that, then there's less ad time during the replay coverage itself. I know you don't care, Duckman. Oh. I need to get, okay. Bismarck, King of the Ocean. I see what you did there.
You'll see.
Oh, yeah. And hey, you're back. Your normal voice is back.
Yeah, it was outside of a small.
Fair enough. And, oh, we also have an FDG game that we have to get cooking as well. Grunty, you're welcome to join us in voice if you want. Since this is your replay, of course. If I can get a little bit of a tighter screenshot here with the fleet, since it's a ranked game. Yeah, that's kind of fun. And it highlights one of the best features of that sexy Kiev camo. I love that camo. So let's get the FDG cooking then. Also, Grunty, I'd love to know if there's a death pick involved. Actually, I don't need to know that because I've already done the thing, so whatever. Or so is done. Eve. No death pick. All right. Special captain or standard?
Oh, no, there is a death pick.
Awesome.
Sorry, part on the phone, part paying
No,
attention.
yeah, I'm talking to Grunty because we're doing his Kiev game right now.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. You're the last replay, so there's one more before you after Grunty. Okay. Let's get into our replay action. Ovechkin, got it. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to our Kiev game. This is sent in from Grunty. Whoops, wrong window. So, Grunty shared this replay. He's been grinding up the Soviet destroyer line. I believe he reset the line, and he wanted to kind of learn a little bit more about gunboat destroyering. Grunty, did we convert you into a gunboat enjoyer? You could make money selling oven chickens. That is true. So Kiev is my favorite, probably my very favorite ship in this game. It comes from a time when I was struggling to rank out way back in the original seasons of ranked. I think it was like season 5 or 6, and it was tier 7. And Kiev used to be the tier 7 Soviet destroyer, and then Wargaming did the line split. And when they did that, they moved it from tier 7 to tier 8. Now there's a big difference there. She gained 8-kilometer torpedoes instead of the standard 4. She gained a heal or a smoke screen, one of the two, instead of just having smoke available. She gained the concealment module or whatever the slot 5 is. So she got some more capabilities out of that. Her guns are so comfortable. I love the pop of firing her guns. She's fast. She's speedy. She's got the maneuverability and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. Infidel, thank you for your 5 months in a row. Appreciate you, man. Welcome on in. Good to see you as always. So she's like a speedboat that just goes and does the thing, which I love about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at your build. Special message for you, Infidel, in the chat. You are running Main Armaments Mod 1. You've invested in the engine boost modification. It's a fantastic upgrade to have in destroyers, in these destroyers especially. If you don't have that, you definitely want engine room protection. Aiming systems is good. Propulsion mod, and then steering gears is good. Now, some people might say, wait a minute, why wouldn't you go concealment? The reason you don't go concealment in the Soviet gunboat destroyers is because of the fact that if you do that, you can run into enemies a lot closer. When you run into enemies closer, you have less ability to dodge, duck, and weave to get out. Kiev wants to play far away from the action at medium to long range. It's medium to long range, okay? So you're not playing it as a capping destroyer and stuff like that. So I rarely ever use concealment on it. I feel the farming build is just, it's ironically enough, it's also the safer build, right? So that's what I'm getting at. It gets you out of trouble simply because of that. Now, steering gears is probably the best choice for it because you can see it has a great impact on your rudder shift time. Your maneuverability, rudder shift is 2.8 seconds. So propulsion works very well in tandem with steering gears. And like I said, you can choose smoke or you can choose repair party. Historically, repair party is the better choice. With the proliferation of aircraft carriers and the spotting that comes with it, in random battles, smoke generator is a good pick. Now, this season of ranked, I believe carriers are not allowed. And if that's the case, repair party all the way. And you are playing a ranked battle. So you said this is Ovechkin. Ovechkin gives you boosted survivability expert and boosted grease the gears. Now, I will say, at tier 8, grease the gears is really not necessary for this ship. I don't believe I run grease the gears on my Kiev. Okay, you can run it. Your turrets turn pretty quick. When you go from tier 7 to tier 8, the turret traverse is much quicker, much faster. So I'm perfectly fine without using grease the gears, especially if you're playing it more of a medium to long range. In my opinion, you don't need that. That's a personal opinion from playing this ship so much that I just absolutely fall in love with it. Okay? That's my opinion on this. So, Grunty, you can take it or leave it. Looks like you're going to leave it. That's fine. Personal opinion, though, I might look to consumables and specialists instead. because consumable specialist, frankly, gives me the ability to use my engine boost faster. Now, there's one other thing too that I notice here, and that's that you don't have priority target. You've gone for a very full farming build. I love priority target, and let me explain it. It's a unique way of doing it, and there's an ad break that's about to start. So if you want to hear this, get over on the YouTube channel so you understand what I'm talking about, okay? Priority target in the Kiev. For me, when I play the Kiev, I play it as a troll ship. A troll ship. And if you think of the troll face, right? The big grin, the big stupid grin, right? You mad, bro? The higher the number of priority target, the bigger the grin on my face. Why? Because I want to get as many enemies shooting at me as possible. If I'm playing at the long range, as I am being detected, as that number goes up, I am taking people away from shooting at me. Okay? So for me, especially in ranked, it's all about getting into the backfield, shooting stuff like crazy, and then laughing as that target priority count goes up, say 2 or 3, and people start chasing me away. In ranked battles, this is huge. One ship pulling 2 or 3 ships off the battle line. Think about that. How much does that help the rest of my team? It's huge. So for me, priority target tells me if I'm becoming enough of a troll, if I am becoming enough of a jerk, that the enemy says, you know what, Zaf, screw you, I'm going to kill you. If you do that, priority target goes up, and you know that you are being successful. It's all about psychological warfare with the Kiev, especially in ranked. That's how I play it. Again, everybody's going to play it different. Yes, it does come at the cost of damage output, but in my opinion, being able to take people off the line has far more value than doing another 20,000 damage. Far more value. Okay? Because you're taking them off the line, they're shooting you, they're not shooting your teammates aren't dying, their teammates are dying because they're like, where the hell did everybody go? Oh, you're chasing that Kiev off to the corner of the battle? You idiots. That's the idea. So, I'd have to log in to share my build to figure out what I've got, but I think I might have dropped Fearless Brawler or Adrenaline Rush. Honestly, Fearless Brawler is such a good skill with the 10% automatic. I think when I would do it, I would probably drop Adrenaline Rush. You'd have to choose one of these two. You really want the main battery range, so you'd have to decide. And again, that's the damage output thing that Grunty was talking about. But I would probably do that and pick myself up priority target. To me, again, this is my build. This is how I would do it. And I like being able to share with you guys counterpoint different ideas, okay? So from there, you can choose a 1 tier 2 skill, 2-point skill. In that case, it'd probably be consumables enhancements. That helps your engine boost, of course. And so you go from 156 seconds of action time up to 171, 15 extra seconds of engine boost. Isn't that shabby? Because the key really wants to go, 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 go. Alternately, you could still take Grease the Gears and Consumable Specialist. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. But to me, I look at this as not priority target, not how many people are shooting me. I call it the troll count. How many people have I trolled into chasing me? Again, that's how I build it. Grunty, your build is fine if you're doing damage farming and stuff. Flag-wise, anti-dat. Both fire chance and flood chance flags. That's fine. Fire extinguishing, and heal boost, engine speed, and consumables. Everything's fine there. I don't see a problem with any of that. Alright, let's get to your replay. I'm going to have to refill my drinking drink after this game. Alright, Shards. Oh, good song choice, by the way, whoever picked that. Was that DJ Duckman? So this is tier 8, so you're playing what, bronze? I think bronze is 8, and then silver is 10, and obviously gold is 10, and super ship, right? Naturally. Thank you, DJ Duckman. Alright, so you immediately use your engine boost, and you're going off to the C cap. Honestly, that's fine. The Kiev wants to play on the flanks. So you either go to C or you go to A. If you go the C route, you have more flexibility once you get past the islands, and you have more vision once you get past the islands, so you can see what's coming. If you go A, you can't see who's coming into the channels until it's too late, so I like the idea of going C cap. You may want to communicate with your team and let them know that you are going to do your best to get into like the flank and the backfield and, you know, mess with them. You have one person radio locating you. I would say that's probably going to be the ACAT. And if that's the case and that radio location sticks, then you are heading in the direction of the ACAT. It just changed. So the ACAT is probably here, because now it's the Ayande that just grabbed it. That's actually good for you, because that means you won't be spotted on your way to the C cap. You're going to get in the C cap, maybe head towards the north, and whatever. Runty is asking who is located now. This is a good skill, a good idea to ask those kinds of questions. Ayande says yes. Yep. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we definitely know that he's over here. And you may want to communicate that to the team and say, okay, the ACAT is south. Not so much for the Ayande, but for the key to know. Alright, your torpedoes are ready. You've got a Mogami coming this way. Now, you can actually stealth torpedo targets with the Kiev. I love it so much. You'll notice that you've got 8-kilometer torpedoes, but your concealment is only 8.5. What you do is you get targets to chase you, and you can actually stealth torpedo them if they are chasing you at full speed. Again, that's why I like to play it as a troll ship. And rip your Ayande, who decided he was just going to radar and turn and panic and die. Feels bad. Alright. You're going to get the cap. There you go. Now you've got a choice. Try to get around to the backfield behind the Mogami, or head back to the B cap. I would probably go to the north and try to cut around, but I know that you are more of a kind of a team player in the way that you play your ships, so I figure you're going to probably head towards the south, back towards your team, and that's what it looks like is happening. I'm not afraid of a Mogami. I mean, I am at close range. I didn't get a catch of what kind of turrets he had running, if he was using the 155s or if he was using the 203s. If he's got the 203s, I'd be less concerned about him, frankly.
Торпеды прямо по курсу. Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Get the cap for free, and then get back, considering we already lost a ship. Right. Right, so again, with my playstyle, this is very different. My playstyle is if I get in the backfield, if I can get the Mogami and the Bismarck to chase me, I've got more flexibility there. I pulled them off the game, and that helps to even up that score if you think about it. However, these maps, Shards and other ones where the game map is like rotated 45 degrees, is more difficult because you have less room to run. So I can also understand your perspective too there. And this is also true, yes. If there was another destroyer that could spot, right, and you're basically trying to pull double duty right now. Now you spot things by getting shot at. You have to think about that with the Kiev. A lot of players don't understand trigger discipline. If I can shoot something, especially cruiser players, if I can shoot something, I will. And then you can spot for your team that way. Now this is dangerous. You crossed right in front of the Lenin, and you're heading in front of the North Carolina. I mean, you play torpedo destroyer, so you know that the ACAT is most likely going to torpedo the Lenin now, right? So a little dangerous decision there, but you're far past him now, so it doesn't matter so much. I love the torpedo in the smoke. I mean, you might as well. Now that you just got detected, though, you got to wonder what else is there over there. North Carolina just got detected. I don't like that he's showing side to the Bismarck and the Lenin too, but this map is very difficult for battleship players to figure it out. Yeah, the fact that you got spotted probably means exactly that. I would have been focusing the Bismarck a while ago. Just keep getting him shot at. Unless you know where something else is, there's no need to just keep sailing around in circles. And you'll note that he shot at you instead of the Lenin or the North Carolina, which is perfect, by the way. I would stop in reverse here, which is exactly what you're doing. How you doing, Wolfie? Good to see you. Having a good night, I hope. Unfortunately, you stopped a little late. Bismarck was able to cut behind the island. That's bad for two reasons. One, you can't shoot him anymore, and two, now he can focus his entire might on the North Carolina. But this is the part of the game where, frankly, you say, to hell with the ACAT, I don't care. And this is why I love the Kiev. You go do your own thing. Okay? Especially once the Mogami is detected, you go do your own thing. I would hit F3 on the Akizuki right there and just point it out to your 3 battleships that are currently all heading to the exact same spot. Oof. You know what's going to happen. This ACAT's probably salivating right now. Sleepy, but you're ready to... But not ready to sleep. Gotcha. I am tired as well. But when I do these replay and I do my streams, you guys know it just wakes me up. All right, I would flip my guns to the right of me now and get back on farming something, probably the Massachusetts. North Carolina thinks that you have smoke. Oof. Grim Raiders is ready. I'll go ahead and get that going. I did not sleep well last night. Well, the ACAT gets a torpedo, the Lenin, and the key. Now, again, you have left vision. You're not being detected, you're not being shot at, and you are, right now, the second healthiest person on your team. Nice torp on the Aki. Or yeah, that's an Akizuki, it's not an ACAT. Okay. You don't either? Communal existential angst, right? So this right here is I don't want to lose my star gameplay. And I'm not trying to offend, I'm just simply saying you want to be shot at in the Kiev. If you're not being shot at, you are not doing it right, in my personal opinion. Taking advantage of opportunities to shoot stuff for free in ranked battles just doesn't work, because what that does is it allows everybody else to be focused instead of you. Oh, look, you're the healthiest ship in the battle right now. That makes 3 of us. Up against a giant shoe, I guess, on the Stream Raiders. That's weird. Duckman, what I'm saying is, if he's the healthiest ship, why is he hiding? Why is he afraid of being shot at? He's got a heal. He's got 3 more charges of his heal. Get in there. Get shot at. You haven't seen the Prince Eugen. Yeah, sure, healthiest by percentage, but let's be real. If somebody shoots you, are they going to hit you? You know what I'm saying? Like, versus a battleship? Come on. There goes your key. See, the enemy team was able to focus down the key. Now they're going to focus down the Lenin. Why? Partly because you're not out there to get shot at. The Mogami and the Prince Eugen are going to have free reign on the Lenin. And he's going to burn down eventually. Now, at this point, you're still looking good anyways. So, fine. You're probably going to win. Look at the cross of Dorn. Look how far back he is. In reality, it's 2 versus 3. But if you're not being detected, it's 2 versus 1 right now. This is very risky, by the way. You going in this way, you're well within the Mogami's torpedo arc range. You come out right in front while the Mogami thinks you might be, the Lenin might be here for a torpedo run. This could be very problematic for you. I would have rather seen you go here, or even better yet, go down here. Threaten the A-cap. You could always walk into the A-cap for free.
Пожарная тревога.
But you control the engagement range with the Kiev. You control it. Not the Mogami, not the Prince Eugen. You do. You came out in front of the Mogami. You just got smacked a little bit. He's got, looks like the 203s. Yeah, he's got the 203s. So that works. That actually works well in your favor. And this is great, by the way, right here. This is what I'm talking about. He's shooting at you. If you have priority target, you would know that the Prince Eugen is shooting at you too. He is, by the way, because you just looked over. But you would see here, too, right? And what that tells you is, okay, cool. My North Carolina, my Lenin are both safe from being shot at, right? You're doing your job. That's how I look at the Kiev. That's how I look at doing my job in this ship. Steve Barrett, take care. Thanks for leaving the stream open and lurking away. And LOL, you got yourself a Mogami detonated. And now it's GG easy. Like, you can literally just run up this guy's butt and just keep shooting him. That's what I would do, frankly. He's not gonna kill you. There's like no way in heck he's going to kill you. But you've got North Carolina and a Lenin shooting, so that's fine too. Okay, yeah. If you got the mission, then fine, go for the cap. The concern is, he's probably going to be dead before you get the cap. We'll find out. There you go. Now you're going to ask them not to shoot him. I love it. Big O, are you still there?
Yeah. I'm in a Kremlin match.
That's fine. We're going to do your replay next, if you don't mind. Mythic's power went out, so I want to do yours next in case his power comes back and he's able to get in here. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Wait. I am confused. So you got the cap, good. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the stuff here. Not bad damage-wise. You came in second place. I hope you complimented the Lenin player. He did well. Good stuff there. Good stuff there. The Akizuki did the usual sit and smoke and get torped, so good for him. And good earnings. I mean, it's a good solid game. I hope I gave you some stuff to think about when it came to how things worked and how I play it. Remember, this is my favorite ship in the game. I'm very passionate about this ship. Yeah, it did nothing to him because he was already low. Something else hit him. You were hitting him too before the torpedo hit, so. There are a million ways to be bad in the old salt mines. That is true. Any ideas for our title here? Okay, Puddin, fair enough. We do have a rerun channel as well. There is the link in chat. So, any ideas for title here?
Participation?
Participation's not a bad idea. Tashkent is, I mean, at tier 9, it's an objectively better ship. True. But what I love about Kyiv, especially when it's region locked or tier locked, you can really just play. Tashkent struggles in a super ship game as many other tier 9s do, though not as much as other ships. Kyiv, though, she can hold her own. But I like the idea of participation, right? When are you participating in the battle? When are you not participating in the battle? And those are very important things to consider. Ad break involved. So, you'll note that the battleships kept on shooting at the Prince Eugen anyway. Ironically enough, they just couldn't kill it in time. So, go battleship! Alright, well, thank you as always for sending that one in, Grunty. You just like the better shells and faster turrets. Of course, sure. Yeah, it is a comfortable ship. I agree. And you know I love the Tashkent too. Personally, though, Kyiv was my first love. So it's always going to, sit there. All right, chat. We are going to go refill our water. I have to hit the bathroom and stuff like that. So I'll be back with you guys in just a few moments. While I am gone, I'm going to run Stream Raiders. Post-battle, get trash talked by friendly carrier. I'm sorry to hear that, Snow Mongoose. Just report him or whatever. Block him and be done. It's just not worth the fighting over it. Alright, where am I at for the renderings? I got the FDG game rendered. Okay. Steve is done. Kurfürst is done. Alright, FDG. Download. Away. FDG. And then yours was the Bismarck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's like 3 German battleships we've done today.
Yeah, oh, Commandant.
How do you like your German? Go ahead.
Ironically, it's all the same tech line. GK, Bismarck, FTG, mainline.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're good boats. They're good ships. Nothing wrong with them. All right, chat. I know many of you just got through an ad break. I'm going to run another one because then I can hit the bathroom and grab a drink. We have 2 replays left, and then we're going to do our vote, and we're going to do some line regrind, some speedrun. We're not going to have time to do too much, unfortunately. And Raptor got forced into another line change. Great, Grunty. Which line is he doing now? Okay, everybody, one sec. I need to go and open a window or two in the house. Okay, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. It looks like it didn't, thank you. Looks like it didn't do the ad break, which is fine. All right, so next up is going to be the FDG, because we finished cooking up the Bismarck game. So let me get that one ready to go for next. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have next Instant Cthulhu, who redeemed a cover my replay for an FDG game, also on Shards.
That seems to be a popular map tonight.
It does seem to be a popular map tonight. Now, this is a co-op game, so we're going to look at it from a co-op player's perspective. Cthulhu is a co-op enjoyer, which is not a problem. Co-op is a nice, relaxing, fun mode, and it's frankly very fun every now and then, right? So let's go ahead and pull up the build viewer, and let's talk about the FDG. At tier 9, she actually, for the longest time, held the damage record on my account. She was the first ship that I ever got over 300,000 damage in, and I had her in a secondary build. This is way back when, before the most recent iteration of secondaries and stuff. The co-op player you use as a role model. Yeah, Cthulhu definitely works for that. So you went for the 406s, which is smart. In the FDG, I would say the 406s are an even better decision than on the Kerfurst, like I was talking about Sergeant Sully's game. Now, if you're going to play FDG, you're going for maximum damage. I would say, personal opinion here, I would say you're better off going for auxiliary mod in slot 1. Keep your secondaries alive, especially in a co-op environment. Your guns probably aren't going to be disabled often enough to warrant it. So, again, personal opinion. Grinding the ship up to 1,000 XP a day with anything more as a bonus. You want to move up to the Preußen around anniversary team. Got it. Okay, cool. I like your choice of damage control here. You could do Hydro, but it's really not necessary. Secondaries is fine. Heal reduction is, or fire and flood reduction is fine. Concealment's fine. And then main battery mod 3 is perfect. Get your guns going. Your guns are still going to be your main source of damage in this ship. Spotting aircraft is fine. And you said it's just a standard captain, 10 points. Look, if you're going to be working up a tech tree line, there's no need to invest a special captain on it or anything like that, okay? Migsby, by the way, are you still here? I forgot to call you out earlier, and I apologize for that. So, Migsby, if you're still here, please say something in chat. Your build is gun feeder, grease the gears, basics of survivability, and fire prevention. I find that very interesting, frankly, because in my opinion, if you're playing this in co-op and you're focusing on co-op, now, it's not worth respeccing, but I'm going to put this out here this way. If this is a co-op build, I would go straight damage. Grease the gears is fine as a one-pointer, but I might still go preventative maintenance here just to get your secondaries alive. If you're using Gunfeeder a lot to change between HE and AP depending on the target, like a destroyer versus whatever, okay, I can see Gunfeeder, but generally speaking, I'd probably go for preventative maintenance here. You're going to work the captain up to Preußen as a tanker, but if you change your mind, the ultimate build will be secondaries. Exactly. So, Grease the Gears is fine. This is fine. then for the next 2 points, I would have done that, for example. Get their secondaries out and then get the range going. After that, the next 4 points would probably be close quarters experts to get your main battery firing quicker when in range of secondaries. And then after that, let's see, probably going to be adrenaline rush. Get your secondaries firing even hotter as you take damage. Now, you could do fire prevention here as your final 4-point skill. You don't gain too much from the other ones. In co-op, higher chance of taking torpedoes from bots unless you really know how to plan around that. So vigilance could be handy. Could be. You don't need IFHE on these ships because they have no, they have 105s. So IFHE would allow you to penetrate more armor. So IFHE is a consideration. If you don't want to take a survivability skill, you could do that. And then you could take vigilance as well. So the torpedo protection, a lot of people don't understand how this works. You get an extra 7% damage reduction on your torpedo belt. If you get hit in the tip or the stern, the front or the stern, the bow stern, you don't get anything extra from vigilance. You do get the extra torpedo acquisition range, which actually does work well with hydroacoustic search. So that could work too. So you could do this if you wanted to. This, like I said, helps your secondaries chew into armor. You need your secondaries to pen 32. So you need IFHE to do that, okay? You do that at the cost of fire chance, though. So I might still go fire prevention. Or, hell, if it's co-op only, I might go furious. But that's really up to you. No signal flags? No problem. It's co-op. Have fun. Go do things and enjoy. Okay? Let's get into the game. The nice thing about 10-point captains is you get to 10 points pretty darn quickly anyways. So, you know, it's good to think about, especially if the Preußen is going to be a co-op main battleship deal. Alright, so this is like I've said, a co-op game. You've got two other humans, a Georgia and a Pommern. Obviously, those people are going to be running secondary builds. Now, take a look at where they are. If you go A, you will be by yourself. The Buffalo is left. Drake and Encounter are just moving forward. So you have to decide. Oh, and you've got the camo too. You need to decide which of these sides you want to really focus your attention on.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
You're going to go A? Okay. I was talking when Grunty's replay with the Kiev. Allies aren't worth much. No, but Thudtwit, the biggest value that bot allies give you is people for the enemy to shoot instead of you. It's the biggest value, okay? If they don't have anybody to shoot, they're going to shoot you. But if you're playing a battleship and there are allied cruisers, they will shoot the cruisers first. What's up, Only Smed? How's your speed grinding going? I wanted to get some done today, but we've been stuck doing replays because the patch ends this weekend, or this Wednesday. There's a shout out for Smed, who is of course one of the racers in our Speedrun for Charity event, which has been, I would say, wildly successful. It's been a lot of fun. So go toss him a follow if you get a chance. Nice kill on the Andalusia. Now you have to decide how you're going to take this. You go in, you're going to take the torpedoes from the Neptune. So I think your better choice is actually to turn out here, turn left, and not get yourself stuck. Alternately, you can slow down. If you slow down, you get within the torpedo arcs. It takes longer to get within those torpedo arcs. Yeah, I saw you killed the Encounter, yes. Now, you probably want to shoot the battleship, but you're better off shooting the Neptune. Yeah, see, this is why you would be better off turning out and away. Fortunately for you, the Neptune single-fired the torpedoes, so you only took one torpedo from that. That could have been a lot worse. Shoot him in the butt. You aim too high. you see all those non-pens? Guess what? Let me zoom in for a second. I'm going to take my time to talk about this because of the fact this is obviously a co-op game. You aimed up here. In my opinion, aim here. Aim right for the butt. You will penetrate this. This is... Big O, is the Georgia, is it 32 or is it 27?
27.
27. You will absolutely pen this with your 406s, especially at this range. So aim for the butt. Hell, you might even get lucky and hit the Citadel, but aim for the butt. You aimed way too high. You will only overpen the superstructure. If you overpen it, you will do 10% damage and that's it. If you get a full pen, you'll do 33% damage. And of course, if you get a Citadel, that's even better. You aim too high. The shells actually bounced off of the turret plate armor. That's why you had those non-pens. Actually, they didn't bounce. They actually shattered. Interesting. Yep. Like I said, because it's co-op, I'm taking the time to focus on that. I probably wouldn't harp on that as much if it was a random battle. Spasmin! How are you, good sir? I'm sorry I don't have the cool suspenders and the top hat that you had going and the beard and all that, but welcome on in. Yo, here's a shout out for Spasmin. There you go, there you go. There he is with the mustache. Spasmin is somebody that I found just today. And Spasmin, I hope you don't mind me saying so, but around some period of time on Thursday, you might want to check your email. You might want to check your email around Thursday sometime. I have a premonition, my friend, that you might be getting an email from me having to do with something behind me. Anyway, good to see you, man. You're scared? Nothing to be scared about. No, it's good, it's legit, and the reason I say that is because some people, when they get emails, hey, I do it all the time, and I don't, and I'm like, who is this, right? Is this legit? Is this a scam or something like that? So, putting that out there. You're good people, though. I could tell immediately I was going to have fun hanging out. We had a real bad storm come through, so I had to, like, walk away, and also I had to make dinner. So I apologize. I didn't get to spend as much time on your stream as I could. Your team's doing a fantastic job. So you took on a 2v1, the Georgia and the Neptune, and that worked out really well. Yeah, even Stevens with the follow. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Nice hit there. The Georgia's turning in, so it's harder for you to hit the stuff that you need to. So that's fine. You love the hat? Thank you. I loved your hat. FTG Center is surrounded by green ships. And still alive. Yeah, well, that's co-op for you. You get to be the hero. Look, you're the hero. You killed it. And as you said, boom. Georgia died. Interesting. You want something done? Do it yourself. You wish Legends on console would get some of these updates? Okay, I'm paused it for a second. Again, because this is co-op, let's talk a little bit about your aim especially. Right here, I don't know. You're very much on the border of being able to cheek this. Excuse me, oh my god, I just had dinner a while ago and you're very close to being able to cheat the ship. I would hold my shot until you get more on its side. Big O, do you agree with me there?
Mm-hmm.
I knew you would. All right. So I showed this on the FDG, or sorry, the Curfirst replay, but I want to show you, especially on the Georgia. Look at how thin. Look how narrow this armor plating is right here. Remember, this is the deck armor. Underneath, it actually flares in a little bit. Okay. The torpedo protection goes up to here, which means. Yes, exactly, Wolfie. Exactly. You want to time it right. There's a very nice cheek right here on the Georgia and on the Ohio. Okay? So I would smash right there. You played this game before watching the earlier battle. Right, of course, you did. But I want to highlight... And part of the reason I'm highlighting this, frankly, Cthulhu, is if your game gets voted to go out to YouTube and the other one does not. I want to make sure either one of those replays, if they do go out to YouTube, hey, you know, better chance it comes in. So this isn't more for your benefit, it's more for the other. So, anyway, let's go back to your shot and let's watch how it comes in. You got one pen on the bow and one bounce. But I would have held anyways because, I mean, you're not in a death moment, right? Where you are risking dying and losing the game or something. Now he's turning away, so again, I talked about this on the... Oops. I talked about this on the other one. But you want to do the same thing. You want to aim right here. So your shots are hitting here, you want to aim here. Okay. Even Stevens, I'll answer your question in just a moment. I'm just trying to get through the replay. Be efficient with timing and all that, you know? Bam! And there's your win. Oh, and somebody even said well done to you. That's nice of them. All right, I'm running Stream Raiders because that's over. Let's go ahead and go through the end battle screens. 200,000 damage. Not bad. First place. Yeah. So, you know, we gave you some feedback. We gave you some ideas to consider. And that's good. Let's put the replay render up. Hold on. Of course, I forgot to update this one. Put the replay render up. Here we go. Do y'all see the planet NASA discovered like 1 billion miles away or something? Nope. I did not. Hello, Arashaya. Been a while. How have you been? Yeah, that was a nice center of mass final shot. But like I said, on the Ohio and Georgia, you actually want to train yourself not to shoot center of mass. The flank, sure. And there she is, Arashai. You can read about her in the chat description. We just finished the entire shrinkening event. First time. We're going to start it up again. Well, Wolfie, even if it's flat broadside, I still think forward or back is the better one. You're new, it's fine. Both sides are the same. Not too far back from the Earth. Good game, though. Like, good game. Alright. Which side of the boat is the worst to expose? The side. Always the side. Never expose the side if you can help it. Doesn't matter if it's left or right side. The only time that matters is if you're playing a carrier, because a carrier will have a different armor scheme on it to balance it out. Cthulhu, thank you for that replay. That was fun to watch. I'm going to go to the Stream Raider screen. We're going to load up our last replay for the evening. You are most welcome. Thank you for using what? Cover my replay points? Yep. All right. Big O, are you ready?
Ready?
All right. I got to kill this game. No, it doesn't allow you to fire all guns if you're going straight, unless you're playing a ship like the Richelieu. And that's okay. Safety is more important than damage. Safety is more important than doing damage. Okay? Keep that in mind. Yeah, treat them like Yamatos. Exactly right. A lot of new players make that mistake. They expose their flank, their side, so they can get their rear turret off. All right. Start battle. Why does it say invited to join the division? Were you invited to join a division at the start of the battle? That's weird. Never seen that before. There's so much action. Yes, we are men of action here, Arshaya. As a destroyer, should you focus on firing a battleship with your torpedoes? Yes. Nia. All right, Bismarck. We failed. That's okay. Yeah, ask away, Even Stevens, please. Ask away. Now, you said that you play on the console. The console is absolutely worth playing. I actually beta tested Legends, and it's a fun experience. I'm going to shout out one of my friends who does stream both on Warships Legends and on main, and he'd be worth checking out too, and that's Highfire. I don't know if he's live now or not. If he is live, stay here, please. But now he's good people, and he does play Legends as well. So definitely worth checking him out if you haven't seen him yet. Okay. He is that not? Okay, well, stay here. But later, go say hi. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Big O's replay. He's in the Bismarck. It's a Tier 8 battleship. Okay, take care, Ashaya. And it's a very fun ship. Unlike Tirpitz, she has hydroacoustic search. She does not have the torpedoes that the Tirpitz has. So, you have one of those two. High fire, here I am. Thanks, Arashai. I see how it is. So, anyways, great ship for secondary builds and all that kind of stuff. Pretty good armor, all that. She's a fun, all-around, enjoyable ship. Okay, that's how you consider that. Yeah, this map yet again. Exactly, I know. So many German battleships today, and so many shards today. I just don't get it. I know you're kidding. Thank you, Arshaya. Appreciate you. So let's talk about your build. Yes, exactly. You're exactly right, Even Stevens. The mechanics are the same. So you're still learning from watching this stream and asking questions, okay? But I shouted him out for you specifically because he's a very good streamer to chill and ask questions about too. All right, so you've gone for auxiliary mod and then secondary battery mod. So you're going pretty much all in on secondaries. You don't have torpedoes, so you don't really need to worry about your main battery modification here because your primary guns will probably survive anyway, right? Yes! Okay, cool. So let's move on then. You've got spotting aircraft instead of fighter, which is the way to go. Big O, is this Luyen's?
Yo, he'll come down.
Really? You move him around a lot, huh?
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best commanders in game, so.
Absolutely. If there was a way to get like 5 of him, I'd still want more. So
if I had 10, I'd put secondary builds on every German battleship.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so you got Luyen's, fine. You get the preventative maintenance bonus, which is very handy for your secondaries and anti-air. And then you went for IFHE. Now you go for IFHE because your secondary battery has 105. So just like I mentioned on the FDG replay analysis, you definitely want 32 millimeter penetration. Okay? I'll answer that in a moment, Darshaya. You gotta be right back, no worries. Okay? It's all about penetration in this boat, baby. Now, Adrenaline Rush is your next point, and then you do Concealment and Fire Prevention, and then finish up with Long Range Secondaries and Manual Secondaries. That's fine. That's good. I like it. You've got 3 flags you're obviously trying to conserve, which is fair. Anti-det is fine. You could probably get away with not running it because you don't have a lot of flags invested. So I probably would say if you're only running 3, just run 2. Get rid of the Julia Charlie. Hotel Yankee is cheap, and secondaries, you obviously want secondaries because that's what you're focusing on right there. All right, let's get to the replay, and then I will answer your question, Arashai. Arashai wants to know, why do I have Amaranth as a tag? 2 reasons, Arashaya. 2 reasons. 1 is the practical, and 2 is the personal. The practical reason is because, and I learned this from, I think, Zelda Sauce, one of the other World of Warship streamers, and a female, by the way. She has Amaranth as a tag on her stream, and I asked her the exact same question. Why do you have Amaranth on your stream? Because she doesn't do hot tub streams and all that kind of stuff, right? Like you know, Amaranth. Her response was, because people who search for Amaranth, she will then show up as another streamer. And so I'm like, oh, that's genius. So I put Amaranth in as my tag. And if I go and I look at my analytics, exactly, it is absolutely clickbait. If I look at my analytics, you see all the other ones I have, right? Teaching, I don't remember all the other ones I have here. But it far outperforms all of the other tags. Yes, I am a man of culture. So that's the practical reason. The personal reason is because I actually met Amaranth at TwitchCon in 2022. I ran into her. I was literally walking next to the Stream Elements booth, and they had an upstairs where they did like private events and they did like interviews and stuff. And I looked to the right, and there she is, literally walking down the stairs right to me. Talk about a fangirl moment. Talk about a fangirl moment. And I sat there. Hey, Kramoa. I sat there and I'm like, should I say something? I said, oh, to hell with it. I'm like, yo, Amaranth. She looks at me. I'm like, can I take a selfie with you? And she's like, all right, sure. She was so cool about it. I went up there and I took my selfie and I forgot to take my mask off. And I said, oh crap, because back then we had to wear masks. So I said, can I bother you to take another one without the mask? She's like, yeah, sure, whatever. She was so nice because as soon as I walked away from her, she got swarmed, like literally swarmed by other people that wanted the same thing. So I don't really care about what she does and her content and stuff like that. I'm technically not attracted to her physically. But I respect the hustle. I respect how she does things as a creator. And if you ask me, that few moments of making that connection with her, was just powerful. And the funny thing too was I took that picture, and I sent it to my wife, and she said, "You look good." She had no idea who Amaranth was. I got home and I said to her, "Do you know who this person is?" She's like, "No." I pulled it up and she's like, "You are never watching her again." It was funny.
The big question is, did she step on you?
Direct front.
No, I've seen that clip. No. That was at the signing booth. They have the special signing booths. People waited in line for hours to see her. I didn't have to do that. I literally just ran into her, and there she is. Anyway, we've been missing out on your replay. You moving on to this side. People are dying on your team. Hey, look, it's the usual. So signal flags, yeah, exactly right, Cthulhu. Thank you for answering that question. Think of them as marginal upgrades. I don't think that they are in Legends, but you never know. They might one day end up there. Now, you've got a Benson that you haven't seen for a very long time, and you've got a Farragut that you are now entering torpedo range. Why are you not running Hydro, sir?
Oops.
Okay. So you're going to go for the COTS setup and only wait until you spot the torpedoes and say, oh yeah, and then hit Hydro. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Your destroyer just laid a smoke screen for you, and you're using it.
And I honestly tried to park in it to get the secondary farm going, but I don't stop in time.
You were a little delayed in realizing the smoke was there. If you had made an instant reaction, you would have been fine. Also, frankly, if the Akizuki would have said, I'm smoking you, then you probably would have been okay too. But the Akizuki didn't smoke you. The Akizuki smoked himself so he could farm. secondaries on the Benson, and of course primaries as well.
Torpedoes astern.
Ooh, good hit.
Good game, everyone.
Secondaries on the Farragut.
Enemy battleship sighted.
This whole match is just DD's running everywhere. And me trying not to take damage to no
Well,
avail.
I mean, take a look at the lineup. You've got, we didn't look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 destroyers and a sub. So yeah, it's basically, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Oh, Edinburgh. Oh, can you get the guns turned in time? I don't think so.
All I'm gonna say is effing overpens.
So some of the guns are going to clear the island. The ones that would have citadeled him obviously hit the island. So, oh well. It was worth a try, but I'm surprised you're not turning back in to go and engage the Farragut, because he's kind of demonstrated that you can probably kill him, frankly. Also heal. Overpens are bad because you don't want overpens. You want citadels. Citadels do 100% of AP possible damage. So if a shell does 3,000 damage, a citadel does 3,000 damage. A penetration does 1/3 of that, which is going to be 1,000 damage. And an overpen does only 10%, so that 3,000 damage becomes 300. Oh, look, a remote that you can overpen.
It's also less on destroyers, which is why I started using HE and rotating between HE and AP.
Yep.
Like a low HP DD, fine, I'll use AP. Full HP DD, I'm using HE. I'm gonna try to break a tube or two.
Yep. Now, chat, by the way, you guys can hear Big O okay, right? Or is he too quiet? So the other thing to keep in mind, too, is, you know, you had your secondaries on something else, and... Okay, he's good. Awesome. And then you didn't change quickly enough, in my opinion, but it's okay. You still reacted. All right, thank you, guys. Anytime somebody comes in, if they're too quiet, I really want to know as soon as possible. Just like in a tournament situation. But you guys kept trying to get me to turn Raptor up, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
It could be that I'm eating apple crumb pie, so I'm a little further back than normal. Remind
Jerk. You didn't share with me?
Num, 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 num.
Dare you? Oh, 4 overpens. Yes, Passman. I feel like you were maybe a little too aggressive with that shot. You waited, you know, you didn't... I think you could have waited a little bit longer. Also, I love the gamer words in chat. It's always fun.
It's annoying, because that's all I get in Bismarck is overpens. And if I get a Citadel, I consider that lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's just through and through. Like so on that volley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe you aimed a little high on that salvo, and so they hit above the Citadel and penetrated above the Citadel, you know, the Citadel roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like the turn in here because the Ramot doesn't see you. I love how the Amagi is taunting, or, well, no, he's telling his Ramot to use HE. Okay.
Vermont, this is tier 6 to 8.
Yep. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh no, there is a Ramot on your team. I see. So the Amagi was telling him to use HE. After
I thought
killing
you-
him.
I thought you said Vermont.
No, Ramat. An R.
My bad.
When you first...
And
that's right.
more overpens.
So, again, you aim too high. Definitely aim too high there. Against a broadside super light cruiser, you actually want to aim, like, at the water or even slightly below. because the water will slow the shell down so it can it can pen and blow it up.
I thought the shells just splash in the water. It's like
No,
once it hits the water, that's it.
they actually do travel a little bit. The water does slow it down though. There's some
Dead ahead.
crazy physics with it, essentially.
Activate Andrew's sub-hunting mode.
Torpedoes astern.
Yeah, even Stevens, usually you get YouTube links. My channel is all about giving people direct feedback, as you can see, because YouTube links are only as useful as somebody who like understands like a lot of the core stuff. And that's why we said earlier, I think Cthulhu said, send me replays. Although if you're playing on console, that doesn't work so well.
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern. Requesting assistance. Spotter airborne. Torpedoes direct front. Awaiting instructions. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Now, you don't have subs on yours yet, so ad timing sucks and is long too. Sorry, Thuds, but remember, I do have the YouTube going too. Which is why I'm less worried about pausing the stream to do ad breaks as I used to be. The way I see it is if I pause it more frequently, then, you know, people leave that way too. Yeah, they'll talk like you're a pro, exactly, and you don't know all this stuff. You think the sub is right here, huh?
Maybe.
Look, you're right. Big O has a lot of experience hunting subs in a battleship. It would be cool, wouldn't it, if they could? Hmm?
I honestly don't fear them unless they're in a div of like a really good clan. Then I fear them.
Right, especially like a subdivision. Oh, nasty. Well, I'm glad to hear that that helps even Stevens. Oh, look, it's the Wukong you citadel earlier.
Even a tier 10 sub, I might be afraid of because their torps do more damage. 8, 6.
Food. Now here's where your hydro. A lot of people don't remember this. Your hydro is assured detection on a sub if it's within 2 kilometers. And especially with the change in torpedo mechanics with the subs, you absolutely want to park yourself and charge subs when you can't park yourself within 2 kilometers with that hydro banging away. Because the sub has literally no chance of living. And there he goes.
Enemy submarine destroyed.
Now Wukong probably torpedoed you. Oh look, he torpedoed you. What do you know? I'm shocked. Shocked and appalled. Unfortunately, you started turning.
I think I dodged this one. I'm not 100% sure. I think one at most.
This is where the hydro... You're going to dodge. This is where the hydro comes in handy. If you didn't have the hydro going, you would have taken that. So, earlier, backing it up a little bit, I would have said, you know, stay straight or don't make a full rudder turn until you know that those torpedoes have passed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it makes it into a fun zone is what it does, right, Wolf? I mean, reverse shotgunning subs is one of my favorite pastimes in this game. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He is very aggressive. But, I mean, the thing is, Big O is also very confident and competent in these secondary battleships. It's his jam.
Even like that hybrid build I use on Bourgogne, the French battleships in general, and the American battleships, those could be labeled secondary, but not really.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, Patton. Not much. We're just doing we're doing our last replay review of the day, and then I'm probably gonna have time for 1, maybe 2 battles, unfortunately, and then we're gonna get going for the night. How you doing? Oh, look, the Wukong again.
My only regret this entire match is that I didn't save that earlier hydro.
Yeah.
When I used it and it was absolutely useless.
Well, It wasn't useless, because it did spot torpedoes for your teammates, but it was useless for you. Now, doesn't Wukong get torpedo reload booster?
Right. Oink.
Do I have a review of the Commissar? I do not. I purposely, as you know, stay away from ships. Ooh. Oh, you're gonna flood out, perhaps? I stay away from new ships like... Oh, there you go. Because I don't want to be accused of breaking any NDAs or something. Since it was a test ship and all that.
Gentile made it possible for me to kill the cruiser.
Yes, it did. It absolutely saved you for that. But at the same time, we have a technically a double death pick now, which is excitement. Oh. All right, I think I like the explosion with a shockwave. That's always fun. The shockwave makes any explosion better, right? You just... Let's see if I
Looks
can
like
hide...
there's a rainbow over it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to... Yeah, see, so if I move the camera like this, we can hide most of that HE shell nonsense. And that looks just so much sexier. There we go. I want to see if I can hide... No. If I go farther down, we hide more of the border. But... that's still not too bad. But then you miss some of the, you know... Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. There we go, even better. There we go. That's the winner. That's the money shot right there. Particle effects are awesome in the PC version, yes. And the ability to slow it down. I love death pics. I love taking pictures of ships as they blow up. I said death, by the way. Death pics. Don't be sending me the other kind. Want it. Go back to work, Sergeant Sully? Sounds great. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your support and your Whitakers and all that good stuff, man. Desktop background worthy, right? Even this is beautiful, too. Watching them sing. Now, you died, but the nice thing is, you got to the point... and by the way, this is the historical camo for the Bismarck, other than missing the swastika at the end. They have the cross, because the swastika, of course, is outlawed as a sign.
Real?
Yes, it is. Warhead, thank you for the follow.
Not an Indian culture, technically speaking.
No, that is correct. But like in pretty much all other cultures, it's considered a very bad sign and therefore not allowed, which is the reason why you don't see it in World of Warships, for example. So anyway, you died, but you had a ton of impact on the battle. You're probably going to end up first place. All that good stuff.
Oh, just you wait. Just you wait.
So you did your job. You did your job. You did the thing. You did the thing.
I did my best. Oh, this is cool. I like how you can go underwater and see it sinking.
Yeah, isn't it fun? Until it just magically disappears. The other thing too is that when you go underwater, it actually cleans up the hull. All of the saturation just magically disappears. It's great. Just add water, and then you can scrub out the whatever. All right, so you're...
Requesting support.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I caught this one on the I was streaming for a bit last night, and I caught this one on the stream.
Protect that area.
Not to impose on yours.
So, Hatsuharu over your sub is depth charging him. So your sub's gonna die. It'd be nice if your Cossack would be, like, a little aggressive, because, come on, these are two very low health destroyers. This is probably, once again, the issue with the replays. Yeah, because you won.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep. 158,000 damage. Confederate, high caliber, close quarters.
4 kills.
Not bad. Kills. That's a lot of XP compared to second place.
Almost 2 times as much as their first place.
Well, let's take a look at why. Wukong. You, like, almost completely killed him. Ramat, you did quite a bit of damage on him. Edinburgh, quite a bit of damage on him. You full killed the sub, I think. So, I mean, that's the reason why, right? The amount of damage in the Benson, too. The amount of damage you did to the destroyers and stuff. So, not bad. Almost 2 million, or 2 billion, 2 million potential damage.
2 billion? What did I do right?
2 billion to be... You know, at some point, there will be a 2 billion potential damage game. Someone's going to come up with that. Mouse and submarine. So, chat, what are we going to title this replay? Oh, no, you said King of the Ocean?
Mm-hmm.
Right, because that goes with the Sabaton song.
Yep.
Yup. Destroyer of Destroyers.
I didn't really destroy it. Get too many TD kills.
You hurt them.
Good point.
Yeah, but you didn't destroy them. But you hurt them. Hurt them. Hurt them.
Yeah, I let my secondaries do the talking, except on the Benson.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good example though of like how maneuverability throws off aim for torpedoes. You know, there's the unpredictability and stuff. So fueled by scurvy. Ugh.
Like with the amount of broadsides I got from their cruisers on this match, you'd think I'd have more citadels, but I only have one in the whole match.
You're talking about a situation where you're shooting at thin, light-armed, super thin cruisers, right? So it's not going to work the way you hope it will. And those ships, you actually want to shoot at them when they're bow or stern on, which is kind of a you're not used to that.
Yeah, okay. Because I was gonna say I had a match in Brandenburg Black, and at range, I like a quarter of the way through the match, I was up to 10 citadels, all on cruisers, by the way.
Well, okay, so Brandenburg has lower caliber guns. So that means that the guns don't have as high penetration, but that also means that they're going to explode easier in citadels of broadside cruisers. So that's one of the distinctions. And we need to thank Smirnov Nikita Eris 7. Welcome on in. Giving fishies new homes. True. Well, thank you for sending that one in, Big O. That was a fun replay to look at.
Yes, and I think I was the only one to give you a death pick. Was I?
I believe so, yes. I believe so.
But it was a very death pick.
So, chat, I have gone ahead and put together a poll. Let me do this. Let me get out of the replay render here, and let me go to the. I can leave it like this. I put together a poll for you guys all to choose which replays you felt were the best from today. Okay, which ones you think deserve to make it up there. Cthulhu Squid. Hey, look, we've got Instant Cthulhu and Cthulhu Squid 7. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh, we also have a giveaway going. Exclamation point ticket. It's a CC container. I'll be doing that draw at the end of our stream in about 20 minutes. You have 5 choices up there for which videos should make it over to YouTube. You've got the Kurfürst Brawl at the start. That's unbreakable. You've got the Marceau, the French Connection. That was SFNL's game. Kurfürst was Sergeant Sully's game. Kiev Ranked, that was TM Grunty's game. And we called that one Participation because we're talking about how you participate in the battle or not. FDG on co-op, that was Clearing the Flank. Bismarck, we just saw that one, and that was King of the Ocean. FDG, by the way, was Instant Cthulhu, and Bismarck was Big O. Hey, champ. Beta Flex, good to see you. So please take a few moments and vote. I need to take a few moments and pee. So if y'all don't mind, I'm going to step away for a minute here. You're going to see some videos about StackUp and why StackUp is worth considering supporting. And we're going to do a little bit of speedrun action. Probably one game here. All right? Let me get the ad break going. I'll be right back. Y'all, I was just double checking on timing, and I've got the clearance to go until 10:30. It's currently 9:40. All right. Let me hop into Raptor's stream for just 1 second. See if he wants to join in voice or... Yes, Trump, thank you for the follow. Sees nuts. Thanks for the follow. Hey, Tater Dog. Oh my god, are you rating in? Tater Dog.
As much as I enjoy playing Rhode Island, it's definitely nice to fall back on like Bismarck or even one of the other German battleships.
All right, I gotta run. I'm gonna go check in with Raptor. Okay.
Later, bud.
Take care. Thanks. Heyo.
Heyo. All right, so question for you. When they do this bouncing me around, it doesn't explicitly say I'm supposed to sell my ships. Am I supposed to sell my ships?
Okay, I'm sorry. Sit. Can you repeat? Sorry, I heard myself echoing on your stream.
Okay. So
Helmet.
we have two choices that say sell everything and go back to the beginning. Very
Right.
clear. But when it says change the line, it doesn't say sell everything and change the line. It just says change the
Right.
line. So I
Right.
can keep the ships that I have, right? And just change the line?
That's how I was going to do it because I
Okay.
saw Classic donated last night for me to change lines. So I was going to start with doing that today. So yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't going to sell
Okay,
anything.
No, that's good because that's what I've been doing today. Because nobody paid for me to. When DJ reset me originally, I sold everything, and then I read it again and went, I think I did it wrong. Doesn't matter. I don't mind. It's just time.
Right.
But I think I'm at a point now where now they're just going to keep bouncing me around. I'm just going to keep picking between lines that like I've actually made some progress on, so I can get the hell out of murdering bots.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And Smed's listening and he agrees. So we'll just all agree that that's what we're doing. There we go. Easy peasy.
Perfect. Easy peasy.
Awesome. Okay, that was it. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, no problem. Well, enjoy your final game or two.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I'll catch you later.
See ya.
See you.
All right, everybody. So I apologize for that. I needed to just check in with Raptor for a minute. Right. So as soon as this is over, guys, we're gonna talk about the speed run, and then I'm gonna play a couple of games, and we'll see where we go from there. Okay. Sorry to run out, Big O, but I needed to talk to Raptor. He wanted to discuss something, so. Nicely done on that, by the way. Got a couple of minutes left on our vote. So far, there's only 2 people that have voted. And that's fine. But this has been running for 10 minutes. Okay. Let's get back into the game. Tater Dog, welcome back. Tater, by the way, is also fundraising for Stack Up. I brought him in the fall, and not only did he raise for Stack Up before, but he came back this season and is raising again. So, Tater, I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you very much. Looks like we are going to send the Bismarck replay and the FDG replay to YouTube. Okay. So, anyways, what's been going on is Raptor, C-Raptor, myself, Only Smed, and Admiral Revan are doing what we call a speed run for charity. So let me share with you guys the link so that you guys understand what's going on. You can see it from your end. I'll put the flyer up, and I'm going to go ahead and put speed run, exclamation point speed run in the chat, okay? So this is what we are doing. We are trying to get to tier 10 as quickly as possible. Okay, that's our focus. So to get to tier 10 as quickly as possible. Cthulhu, you were just about to vote for Marcel when it ended. Fair enough, is what it is. Helmet. Now, here's the deal. We are all using brand new accounts. Stack Up, I think it's called Stack Up Race 24 _ and then our names. Okay, so we started this on Friday, May 10th, and we are continuing this until May 27th. That's a Monday night. All right, now you click that link if you haven't already done so, and what it should do is bring you to this sheet here. This is a quick look at where everybody is, the 4 of us. You can see Revan hasn't started yet. He had some family stuff. He's going to start soon. I've been grinding right now. I'm at the tier 5 Podvoisky, grinding the Soviet destroyer line. C-Raptor has been knocked around, he said, quite a bit. Now he's on the Medea. And then Smed is Smed is at tier 8. How is he allowed to even play the Akizuki? I am jealous. I am jealous. Now, if you click link to page, you see a more detailed information about what's been going on. Surprise! So what you all have the ability of doing is you can go to any of the four of us and you can donate to our cause. There's the donor drive link right there. You pull up the donor drive link and you can pick any of these incentives here and say, I want you to be reset. All right. Seasnuts, welcome back in. I'm guessing Twitch forced you to unfollow you. It's been happening a lot lately. How have you been, by the way? Oh, yes, the gunboat destroyers are the cheapest. So, if you look at mine, I have been banned from ever touching that line, which really frustrates me because I love that line. Before the race started, somebody donated $10 so that I cannot play that line at all. On top of that, somebody donated $100 to force me to start with British submarines. British submarines. Jerk. So I ground that quite a bit. I had to do co-op for an hour for 20 bucks a piece. And then I also had to sell my ship once. And I also had to sell all ships and restart the line. This happened to me on Saturday. And then I had somebody donate $100 to force me to change my line that's being ground. And then I also had one other thing happen to me. And I need to get to my sheet so I can edit it over here. I had another person that says, let's see, where's that donation? Change the line being ground. So somebody donated that last night, and that forces me to reset my line to something else. Or not reset the line, but just changed my grinding focus. So I have been grinding out the Russian or Soviet tier 5 Podvoisky. I am now going to change it to something else. And much like Raptor was thinking, I had the same thought. I've already put progress into the British destroyers. So I'm going to change to the British destroyers. Now, in the British destroyer line, did this change? This did not change. Okay. So that's something we're going to have to kind of think about as it gets more and more dirty and messy. But, where's the British? HMS. So I'm going to work on the British destroyer line. It's fun shenanigans for charity. Exactly. Now, if anybody wants, Smed is in here, so I'll put this out here. If anybody wants to, they can go to Only Smed's page right here. Okay. And they could say, you know what? I really don't like the idea that you're grinding a tier 8 right now. So I'm going to go to your donor drive page and I'm going to donate $80 to force you to sell all of your ships and restart the line. You can choose to put your name on there. You can add a message if you want. You can be like, suck it, Smed. Whatever you want to do. Okay? You could say, instead of that, you could say, instead of that one, you could say, I'm going to give you 50 bucks. Now you have to change the line. So your position with the Japanese destroyers is where it is. I'm going to force you to go down another path. So you can do that. You can mess them with saying you have to sell the current ship, right? You could say you can only play co-op for an hour. You could really screw with him by saying you can only play co-op for 1 hour. Then after that's done, he has to sell the ship. Like, there's so many things that you can do. Our goal is to get to tier 10. This has been so fun because people from Raptor are donating to my cause. And then people from our stream are donating to Raptor's cause. It's hilarious. And I want to highlight something too. Both Raptor and I over the weekend raised over $1,500 or past that level. And why that's so cool? Oh my God, I just realized I forgot to do my special giveaways. We'll have to do that on Wednesday. I apologize, you guys. Why that's so cool is because we have sponsored a supply crate. Both of our communities, you all here, for our community and then Raptors community, has each sponsored a supply crate. We are giving a I just lost my train of thought. A care package of gaming goodness to an active duty person or a veteran from the U.S. or allies, which is really cool. We're doing that. He's doing that so far. So both of us have changed our goals to 3,500. 3,500 gets us the second supply crate sponsorship. This is where we were at last year. I'd love to get there this year. So you guys can understand what that means. Somebody gets a picture of our stream, as well as, we get the pictures of what they got. So in 2021, we sponsored a supply crate and we supported her. Now, she was a single mother of 3, asked for some help to get through her deployment, and she wanted something to be able to give to her kids. How cool is that? So StackUp answered the call, and our community sponsored that. So I was able to take that back and say thank you to the community for getting us that sponsorship. And then last year we sponsored 2 supply crates. One of those have come in, the other one hasn't. And we've got the story here. We get the story as a streamer. We get the story and we get the pictures, so we can share that with you guys. Okay, so we got another switch. This is a National Guards unit. And they said, well, we've got a lot of kids here, and we want something for those kids to be able to play with and be able to acclimate, because it's the first time they've been away from home, and several of the people have switches, but others don't. So they want to be able to allow them to be able to play together. So as you can see, StackUp responded, here's a switch, here's a couple of games. Okay, so that's the other group that we sponsored. And I've got one more coming this year. So I'm really excited, not only that we have covered a supply crate for this year, we've sponsored a supply crate for this year, and thank you all for that. Seriously, bottom of my heart, thank you. But what I'm excited about is that Raptors community has done one as well. What that means is he gets to experience how amazing this is. Smed is also former military. Smed was in the Navy, I believe. And thank you for service, Smed. So if we can get him a supply crate as well, it would be freaking fantastic. Crate-tastic even, as Wolfie says. So that's why we're doing this, okay? There's a reason to this. And it means so much. Look at this. He's at 2,300. Also, I want to point this out. If you look on the homepage, we are in first place in terms of team. We have raised more money as a team than any other team. There are 46 teams. We've raised more money as a team. Now, this includes people who are not participating in the race that also signed up to join us. They couldn't participate because, IRL kind of got them. But you'll note that Raptor is also 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in 5th place right now as the top fundraiser for StackUp out of 712 streamers. He is the 5th. Guess what? I'm here too. So it's really cool that you guys are all supporting me on this, and him. And so big thanks to all of you guys for that. I wanted to be able to put that out there before we got into the nitty-gritty of the race and stuff. But I wanted to show you how we put this together. Raptor and I brainstormed this idea in February. I took it and I ran with it, and I reached out to Wargaming. We're going to have to do it Wednesday because I forgot to do it today. But we have some premium time we need to give away, and we have a tier 6 premium ship container we have to give away as well. Okay? So please remind me if you come in on Wednesday stream. Just be like, yo, Zaf, don't forget you've got these things to give away. And I'll be like, oh yeah, thank you so much, because I'm going to forget otherwise. So that's huge. That's absolutely huge. We got all this stuff to give away. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's have some fun, huh? What I love about it is it forced us to play with brand new accounts on low tier, so we've literally been clubbing people, and it's great. So I was forced before to restart the line, sell all ships and restart the line, and then I was moved over to the Russian Soviet destroyer line. So I believe, yes, I am on the tier 4 Wakeful, so this is where I'm starting. Okay? This is where I'm starting. And I've played a bunch of games in the Wakeful already. Unfortunately, the spreadsheet doesn't keep track particular ships of that tier. So this is messed up. I'm going to have to go with this, and I'm going to have to say, okay, my XP before reset was 900. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear out my current XP, and I'm gonna say I had 900 XP at the time of the reset. So that's what I had on the other. I don't know where I left off on this. So I need to be at 13,400 XP to get out of the Wakeful. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. And Smed, I hope you agree that that's probably the best way to look at it. We'll have to talk with Ascenti about this and see if there's a way we can brainstorm that. But I think for right now, that's the best way to handle that situation. So without further ado, let's go club some seals, huh? Clubbing for charity, ladies and gentlemen. We're clubbing for charity. Now we are doing this. We're doing this until I need an intern to track the stats. Well, we've got mods like Puddin, like Robloxian Plays. I know Smed has FBB. Raptor's got Xanda. So we do have mods that are helping to track all this, but it's very difficult because when we get shifted to a different line and come back, we didn't all think about this, right? But it really gets messy as we come back. So we'll do the best we can. At the end of the day, guys, it's for charity. There's no need to accuse anybody of cheating or foul play or whatever. Who the hell cares? You know what I mean? None of us are winning. Who's winning? The veterans that we are supporting are winning. You understand? You agree with that? That's the idea. This is the prototype. If it works out well, and so far it's been fantastic. It's been so fun. I hope that we can do this again. I hope we can do this again. I don't see why we can't, frankly. I don't know if we want to do it in November. That's a lot to... Guys, it was a lot of work to put this together. You have no idea how much work it was to put this together. We originally had 8 racers, and we're down to 4. 8 people had to drop out for various reasons, which is unfortunate. Frustrating, unfortunate. It is what it is. But we are here, and we are having fun. And that's what I care about the most. You know what I'm saying? We are having fun. Gonna check on something real quick.
Enemy force detected.
Interesting. Okay, whatever. Hey, Sergeant Sully. Yeah, we're having fun. I apologize, sir, but your replay was not voted to export out to YouTube. But I hope we still got you some good feedback and hope you had a good time watching it. Don't want to compete with the Halloween candy and Thanksgiving turkey. It's not so much that. It's more just, it's so much work to put it together. I reached out to Wargaming to arrange to have prizes to give to people, right? That's a lot of work. I found somebody who could do our artwork because I suck at doing art stuff. And he was great. That was a personal friend of Admiral Revens, which was fantastic and awesome. But, I mean, to ask him to do another one is kind of oof. Oh, my God. Bots for the win. Oh, there's a human here. So, yeah, I just feel like it might be nice to take a break from it. That being said, the other thing, too, is they do year-round fundraising with StackUp, so if we don't hit our, $3,500 goal, honestly, I'm okay with it. And I would say, maybe that's a reason to consider doing another event or something. But until that point, I'm not gonna... I don't want people feeling like we are trying to constantly ask them to donate money. Especially if they don't have money to donate, you know what I mean? Hey, NBA, thank you for the lurk. So... Good dodge by the Clemson. I should say. Almost time to go home? Nice. Congratulations on a day finished. Nice dodge indeed, right, Wolfie? Well, it's just me over here. I've got 14 seconds until I can use my torpedoes again. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get onto the backside of the Von der Tann so that he wastes all his time. Oh, torpedoes are back. So that he wastes all of his time turning his turrets again. There's the fire. What a dodge by that Von der Tann. Did you see that? Got 2 ships in our cap.
Smoke screen set.
Kind of feel like I need to get out of here. We need to kill this guy fast. Try to get a... I think I got him. Yeah, I flooded him out. Okay, cool. We got the Java to deal with. Nice dodge. Nicer Chevrolet. Right. Alright, we're going to turn our turrets to the right so that we maybe can torpedo the Moltke, but more importantly, we need to be able to get to the Java soon and deal with him. Being faster than turrets can track is hilarious fun. Absolutely it is. When you run circles around someone. Now, notice that we are currently not winning. So I'm going to try to play a little bit more cautious here. The problem is when the Von der Tann dies, we might not have vision on these other ships. So that's a bit of a concern for me. However, the Moltke is now turning in, so I feel better about this.
Smoke generator started.
See if we can't smoke and take advantage of that. Spotting from that bot Von der Tann for a minute or two. Maybe I can kill this glass horn that's reversing.
Smoke screen set.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
One more hit on the glass horn. Let's go. There we go. All right. So we don't know where the Moltke is. I have to come out, and I have to engage this Java. I need to get the base decaps on the Java. Perfect. 3 hits, and I also forced a fire, so most likely the Java has DCP'd. I want to head this direction, though, because I need to kill the Moltke somehow while I'm killing the Java. I need to, oh my god, and there's a Dursky coming now. Guys, this might not be a win. Which would suck, but it is what it is. The only thing we have going for us is there's so many of our bots in their cap.
Smoke generator started.
I'm gonna need to stop and smoke again.
Smoke screen set.
Okay. We got Torps coming out. Good, good, good. Care about the Dursky just now. Good, we got another fire going on the Moltke. Even if it causes a DCP, that's fine. If we're lucky, one of our bots might get a fire on it.
Torpedoes direct front.
Low tier dispersion, indeed. Oh, hi, Torp. And there goes the Queen Mary. Okay. Smoke is going to expire. I only have 2 more What did I say? Our bots were in their cap? That's what happened. Let's go. Let's go. First place, but not by a long shot, but first place. Still feels good. Okay, so we are continuing up the Wakeful. 4-point captain. Now, I am working on campaign tasks. None of these work for me because it's probably too high of a tier. So since I'm playing tier 4, I should probably drop these tasks and go back. Maybe Epochs of the Navy. Are there tier 4 related things I can do here? Let's see. These are all specific ships. Zayaslav. Ah, the Wakeful, 14. There we go. So I can do that, for example. Put on fire, can't do that. 24 kills, I can do that. Earn credits, I can absolutely do that. These tasks can be repeated, so don't forget. Once you finish them, you can do them again. Way to go on the win. Well, thank you very much. Wow, Zand, that was a tough one. It's a good song, isn't it? So remember, I have to get to 14,300 XP to get through the tier 4.
Action stations.
All right. How to upset Sherman? Detonate him 2 minutes into the match in full HP. That's how to upset anyone. Wolf Big O. That's how to upset anyone. Putting that out there. Chat, don't forget we have a giveaway going. It's for a CC container. We're going to do the draw in about 10-15 minutes. Pretty much when we're done with the stream, I'll do the draw. Okay? So do what Wife Aggro just did. Exclamation point ticket. Sorry you have to wait this long, Wife Aggro. How you doing, by the way? Thank you again for making me switch over to the Soviet destroyer line. Really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I was actually starting to feel like I got a feeling for the Gnevny, and then of course I was forced to change lines again. But don't worry, I have a feeling I will be back on that line.
Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, who was it? Classic Lib donated $50 to force me to change my line. I could choose though. So what I did was I changed to the British destroyers. Because I figured, okay, well, I've already got progress up the British destroyers, right? So why not do those? Alright, so we found ourselves a human in a Clubson who now is shooting at me. Because that's what Clubson humans do. He's out of his smoke. Because he's a Clubson. Sometimes you run into professional seal clubbers, which is kind of fun. Hashtag clever girl. You didn't have to raid me, dude, but thank you. What's gonna happen to these accounts after we're done? I have no idea. I have no idea. So take a look, y'all. Can see the video playing up there on the top. Those are our late cats, Stevie and Prudence. Stevie was my boy, and Prudence was my wife's, and both have passed. But when we have raids, you still see videos of the two of them, and then as you can see now, when we have follows, you also see Stevie. Now check this out. We have ourselves a professional seal clubber raptor. Did you find any in your games today? That's right, Wolfie. It's over 9,000. And Raptor, I don't know if you... By the way, light's going crazy. You can't seem to get any matchmaking that isn't bots? Gotcha. This one has, I think, 3 humans. But as you can see, there are people that yeah. Yeah, like there's that Clubson. Doing the Clubson thing. Frustrating, but, you know, you can only do so much. If I'm lucky, he'll burn out, but I don't think he will. Nah, the fire just expired. Problem is, he's got a bot St. Louis that can help him. And there's also, of course, the Queen Mary over there, so let's see what happens. Raptor, I just sent something to Senti, and I wanted to get your thought on this too. So, you know, I went back to the British destroyer line because I've already got progress towards it. I'm not going back to subs. F that. You know what I mean? F that. But I went back to the British destroyers, and my problem is because I was doing a different destroyer, right? Now I'm at this point where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to... I can't keep track of it easily. You know what I mean? Screen... Oh, I should have thought of that. Okay, I should have thought of that. I just... You know me, I just want to go and get it done, right? So... Nice job, Sting. Thank you. Notice that this Clemson just keeps showing up here. He, of course, is the real problem. So that's why I got behind him. Oh! Oh! Ho, 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 did you see that? Wow. Alright, well, I did what I could. Oh, there's another torp on this side, isn't there? And I died. The secondaries. Oh well. Moving on. You've been playing asymmetric with your ACAT Castron? It's a fun game. A fun game mode and a fun ship. ACAT. Yeah, it's not bad. I do not have access to that link, Xanda, so I don't know what that link is for. It is unknown. But thank you anyway. Raptor, I don't know if you talked much about the, Oh, you gotta record a couple games. Okay. No problem. I was just gonna say, did Raptor talk to you guys all that jumped in? Did you guys talk about the supply crate and stuff like that before the patch blows them away? Yeah, I hear you there.
Action stations.
All right. Dodge, dodge, or I will die. I will look at that at some point later. Zand, have you been sharing with Raptor my clips? Because I'd love to see what Raptor's thought was with some of the crazy stuff I was doing. You were trying to, but you don't all. Okay, fair enough. I wanted to do that tonight with you, but then I got delayed because I did 5 replays. So you know how that goes. 180k game in a Medea. Good times, good times. Healthing Power, thank you for the follow. I had some pretty insane games myself with the tier 2s. I've been screenshotting the incredible ones, so maybe after the speedrun's done, we can kind of sit down and compare notes and that sort of deal. Dax9701, thank you for the follow. So, for those of you guys who came in on Raptor's raid, and want to know more about the supply crates, I can kind of explain that relatively quickly for you. The idea behind the supply crate is, well, first of all, StackUp is a organization that is hell-bent on supporting mental health amongst our veteran community. So that is active duty and, you know, veteran service members. Doesn't matter which service it is in the armed forces. And by the way, it includes people outside of the United States as well. Basically, anybody who is not on the United States naughty list is included, is supported by StackUp. So I always like to make that. Thanks, Kuma. Jesus, give me a heart attack. I always like to make that distinction. So anybody that's not on the naughty list, essentially, okay? And so supply crates is like their first line of that focus. And so the idea is they are care packages full of gaming goodness that goes out to one or a group of people. Anybody who meets the criteria I just mentioned earlier can request a supply crate and request help. Okay. So that's the basics of what the supply crate is. Now, at a certain level of money raised, a streamer's community sponsors a supply crate. Thank you, Xanda. That was crazy. And what that means is that a supply crate will go out with a piece of paper that says thank you, and it will basically state that this streamer and their community sponsored that supply crate. What's really cool about this, and I wanted you to experience that last year, Raptor, but unfortunately we couldn't get you to supply a crate last year. But what that means is we get to take that information back to our streams, to our communities, and just say, these are the people, or this is the person that we helped. So in 2021, my community sponsored a supply crate for a single mother of 3. And she needed some help to get through her deployment. She was in Iraq. And she also needed something that could possibly help her with her kids. And so the StackUp responded by getting her a crate with a Nintendo Switch, some video games, a board game, and a Switch accessory package, so that she could not only use it while she's deployed, but also bring it back to her kids and they could use it. You personally think veterans have a story to tell, no matter how gruesome and horrible the story. For them, it's a way... Well, so, Seastrom, yes. However, it's important to keep in mind, too, that there are some veterans who don't want to tell those stories, because that brings them back to dark times. My dad is a veteran. He was deployed, he was drafted during Vietnam. He's actually in the first wave of draftees. And he ended up, I mean, right, if they want to, exactly. And for some, it's therapeutic. And so he would never talk about it, right? But he got drafted, he went to boot camp and all that kind of stuff. And what happened for him was the U.S. Army rotated out troops that were in Korea on the DMZ, which makes sense because they were the trained troops at the time, right? So the Army rotated them out and rotated my dad's unit in. He was in radio operations, which is how I became an AV geek, if you can imagine. And for my dad, he would never talk about it. He would never talk about what his deployment was like or anything like that. Honestly, he never even considered himself to be a veteran, because he wasn't in combat. There are actually a lot of veterans who say, I'm not an actual real veteran because I was never in combat. Double kill, double kill, double kill! No. He never talked about it until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he started talking about what he did, and never really got into the psychological side of things. But he started talking. And I immediately told my wife, I said, you get me a pen and you get me a pad of paper now. And she's like, why? I said, because my dad's talking. Ad breaks on. I'm going to hold. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm also streaming this over on YouTube. If you want, you can dodge the ad break over there on YouTube. I'll hold until the ad break's over, okay? All your parents serve. Wow. We're gonna win this. Most likely, anyway, so I'll go in YOLO and have some fun. Ooh. Missed me. No, you didn't, Xander. What did they do? Break stone progress. High caliber, let's go!
Enemy battleship sunk.
Oh, it's so nice having preventative last stand. Hey, Admiral Revan, there's one of our peoples. Chat, can anybody please do me a favor and shout out Admiral Revan? Any of you can do it. Exclamation point SO, and then just copy paste his username or something if you want. Come on, detonation. All of us are here. That's awesome. All of us are here. Thank you very much, Xanda.
Critical engine damage. Problem solved, sir.
Good. I actually kind of didn't want to survive that. Aww. I didn't want to survive that so I can battle on. I got time for one more. Both your grandfather's station on the... Oh, that's my favorite ship in the whole wide world, Zand. Seriously, that's my favorite ship in all of World War II. The sexy Lexi. Battle Coral Sea, and yeah, because the Lex was sunk in Coral Sea. That's amazing. If you've got any pictures you can share from when they were on the Lex, can you please send that my way? I would very much love to see it. Okay, chat, you all are back from the ad break now, yes? I held the rest of the story. Your birthday is... Oh my god, you were born on Pearl Harbor Day? Holy hell, that's amazing. Okay, so my dad was starting to talk, and he started opening up, and so I ran and grabbed a pad of paper, and I started writing it down, and my wife said, what are you doing? And I said, because he's never talked about this. Never talked about this. Old World War I ship that shelled the beaches normally, that was, I think, the New York and Texas. Thank you, Zam. You grinded... So, when World of Warships was in closed alpha testing, at the very end they did closed beta weekends. The first one, they had Japanese and American battleships and a few other ones up to the Congo. And then the second weekend, they added carriers, and you can go up to the Lexington. I ground like crazy to get to Lexington, because, like I said, she's my favorite ship. I got her on Sunday night, and my wife's like, you need to go to bed. I'm like, no! So anyway, so my dad opened up. He was a radio operator. He was stationed on the DMZ in case the North Koreans did something. And he told me that they had such sensitive listening equipment that he could hear all the transmissions from even the handheld units that the different, Marines and Army had on the field in Vietnam. He told me he could hear all that. And he could listen in on Russian communications, Chinese communications, North Korean communications. He told me he once used the equipment to call his parents, which is a big no-no, but he did it anyway. He hooked into somebody. He found a shortwave radio operator in Michigan or something like that, he said, and he called home. Which is the kind of thing you do when you're, 18, 19 years old and you get drafted. Anyway, I can only imagine what he heard, and the fact that he got drafted to do his duty and then wasn't able to, do his duty because of the fact he was in North Korea the whole time. So, The reason I'm saying that is, as it was brought up in chat earlier, if you have a veteran in your family or a friend who's a veteran, if they start talking, the best thing that you can do, the very best thing you could do for them is listen. Don't judge. Don't ask questions. Just listen. My dad still, like, he has a free grave, he told me, that he could be buried in because he's a veteran. He's got veteran status. He doesn't want to do it because he doesn't believe he's a veteran. I'm trying to convince him, yes, Dad, you are. But, you know. Specific ship that actually, like, broke the rules of torpedoes, like, as far as would tilt the ship. That wasn't the Missouri. That was the, I think it was either the Texas or the New York. Could be wrong. But one of the ships in D-Day flooded one side of it so that it would tilt up like that, so they could fire their guns from longer range. Excuse me for a sec, I have to dodge some torpedoes.
Critical engine damage.
Should be enough for you. Ta-da! Dev strike, let's go. Alright, lots in chat, so let me see. Your dad served as a sonar man on a minesweeper. Okay. Biggest story is collecting monkeys they kept shooting out of Cape Canaveral? Oh, yes, yes, during the space program. Yes, that's right. It was the Texas. Thank you, Castron. I knew it was one of the older battleships. I just couldn't remember which one off the top of my head. So for those of you guys who don't know, during the space race, the Russians managed to put a dog in space, Laika, on Sputnik 2. And so the Americans, of course, wanted to, you know, put an animal up into space too. So they went with monkeys because of how similar monkeys are in terms of, you know, development and physiology, whatever, to humans. All right, well, we got him, and he's gonna flat out. Guys, it's 10:30. I need to call it quits. Those of you that jumped in on the raid, you can get in on this too. I've got a CC container giveaway, exclamation point ticket. I'm gonna give you a few seconds here-ish, and then jump on in, okay? Thanks for the lessons. Oh, goodness. And look at that, flesh wound. Now, I don't know if Raptor's been looking at his overall stats and stuff, but Iowa, New Jersey did shell Japanese islands. That is correct. Thank you, Seas Nuts, over on YouTube. All right, let's get the draw done, because I've got to say goodbye, good night, whatever, all that good stuff. So we've got 25 people who've entered the giveaway. That works. That sounds great, Zan. That sounds great. Your gun evolution is limited by NATO treaties. British hat. Oh, I didn't realize that, Duckman. Interesting. 26 have entered. All right, closing the giveaway, drawing a winner. SFNL, who was like the first person to enter the giveaway at the start of today's stream. SFNL, are you here? Sorry, Big O, you're too slow. Now, stick around. If SFNL didn't win, you got a chance still, okay? Meanwhile, I need to check my YouTube channel, because I had uploaded the raw video of the of day 1 and day 2 Warship Masters Invitational, and I screwed up the cutting of it, and I included by accident the end of the stream, so the speedrunning portion of the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and download that and get that into the right folder so that I can fix that for tonight. For those of you guys who don't know, I have a rerun stream. No, I'm not posting my speedruns to YouTube. If I have a crazy game, I might, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm I mean, okay, it looks fun to kill bots and it feels good, and but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're actually going to lose this game, which is pretty ridiculous to think about, but it is what it is. Enemy destroyer still alive, the Wakeful.
The enemy is about to win.
So we're going to lose this game. Oh well, like it's a battle. Yeah, you could absolutely go back and clip the funny. Those will become shorts on my YouTube page. The major ones, the ones the best ones. So yeah, absolutely, please do if you want. Let's draw another winner. Ice Rose. Ice Rose CG20. If you are here, please say something in chat. Oh, and you guys are awesome. Ice Rose is here. You guys are awesome. You know why you're awesome? Because I just looked over and there are 13 of you guys on the rerun channel. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. That's just wow. Ice Rose does the dance. Here you go, Ice Rose. Because you're awesome. That's correct. That's absolutely 100% correct. So here's the deal, y'all. I've got a rerun stream going. If you don't mind, I want to read you guys off to somebody, but I'm going to ask that you guys do me a favor and just help me out by tossing a lurk over on the rerun channel. You can have up to 2 Twitch streams active at any given time. And normally I raid my rerun channel, but I've been kind of tired of that. I want to go and raid you guys off to other good streamers that are out there. So if you don't mind, consider tossing a lurk over there. Like I said, Twitch allows for 2 streams to be up. You can just click on that link, put that up, and leave the volume at 1%, and it counts, okay? The rerun channel, like I said, is going to be running Warship Masters over there, so if you missed the weekend, you can check it out. It's the full raw stream, so you know, all the time that we had to wait, you're going to have to wait in between battles and stuff. But people said they'd prefer it that way because they get all the context of things and all that. Now, you on the rerun channel are able to earn channel points, which you can use towards Cover My Replay if you want, or you can play with my lights if you want while the lights are down and stuff like that. The room lights are off and everything. It's dark in here. Some people like to play with the lights overnight. So you're welcome to do that if you want. Unlike Raptor, I have 2 jobs right now. My main job, see, like what Xander just did. My main job is to stream full time. My second job is StackUp. That's ending soon. So if you're willing to toss a lurk over there, it helps a lot because what you're doing is you're supporting me with ad revenue. I would never ask you to subscribe to my channel here or the rerun channel, but all you gotta do is just lurk away and you'll support me that way. We're at 19 already, which is fantastic. Even Stevens, yes, I do have a schedule. For right now, it's Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday during the day, Saturday during the day if there's a tournament, and Sunday during the day. That's my schedule. You're more than welcome to come on in. Stevens, even Stevens, if you want to, we also have my Discord, and I have my schedule posted over there. As always, I am also streaming over on YouTube. So we're at 17 right now, so I just need 3 more people if you all are willing. It would mean a lot. Okay, so how did we finish off? We finished off with that 1 defeat, which is unfortunate, but we did win the other game, so that was cool. And let's take a look at our campaign tasks. We finished, what is this one? Earning 14 torpedo hits. I figured we would get to that one pretty quick. So that's good. Now we can go back to epochs, and we can start doing this one, I think, which, yeah, win 5 battles. Easy enough. 3 of them are days you're usually free. Yeah, feel free to tune in and ask questions and all that as you see it. Oh my god, there we go. We're at 22. Y'all are great. Thank you so much. Let me do this. I'm going to go on Focus on Me because I want to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for supporting me over there, for sticking around and streaming on this channel and stuff like that. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. I hope you guys can make it to Wednesday night. It'll be a new patch. We'll be doing more grind assist. And by the way, there's Stevie up there, and his paw prints, and a clay mold of his paw, and his ashes. And on top of that is a bag of his fur. Actually, no, that's right back there. It's a bag of his fur. So Stevie is always in this room, and Stevie is always on camera. No, I do not have any tattoos. So a big thank you all for doing that. Wow, he's streaming at a time when I'm well. What's up, Destroyer? Welcome on in. Are you streaming right now? Oh, you're awake. Okay. Is Revan streaming? Because if Revan is streaming, I will raid over to him. You guys know, is he streaming? I don't think he is. No, he's not. Okay. I'm gonna shout out 9 Destroyer as well. Ray is streaming. That's true. We'll go take a look. So I'll go and look for possible raid targets. But what I'm gonna do now for you guys, and again, thank you so much for supporting me on the rerun channel. That means so much. You guys have no idea just how awesome that is that you're willing to do that. So thank you very much for doing that. I'm gonna see what I can find for you guys for a raid target. Okay. So let me take a look and see. Question: would you guys rather? Here, I'll make a poll real quick, actually, because I'm bad at decision making. So I'm gonna make a poll, and I want you to tell me, stack up or warships. Do you want me to raid you to somebody who's fundraising for stack up, who's doing World of Warships, or both? I want you to tell me that. I'm gonna give you 1 minute. This is a lightning round. 1 minute. What do you want me to raid you off towards? You tell me. Be honest, it's okay. Okay? You tell me. I suppose I should have looked at the listings before I... Oh, I see somebody I'd love to raid you guys off to, actually. I got 1 vote for stack up. Nobody is raiding. So I'm gonna end the poll. Nobody is streaming World of Warships and also fundraising for stack up. So you tell me, stack up or warships. We cannot do both. Okay, we cannot do both. You tell me. Do you want me to raid you up to somebody who is doing stack up or somebody who's doing World of Warships? Be honest. It's perfectly fine. Okay. Please don't vote in a tie. Please don't end in a tie. My wife's gonna come in here and kill me in a few minutes because I've gone long. Don't care? Perfect. No, not a crying stripper. I want to raid somebody that I haven't been able to raid yet, who's been here and supporting me. So if we go warships, that's what we're doing. We're doing stack up. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody, one of my people who's streaming for stack up. Okay. And if that fails, then I'll just say screw it and raid the warship streamer. It's actually a decent number of my people that are streaming. That's nice. All right, well, stack up 1. So let's go send you off to somebody who's doing stack up. And I know just the person. Let me see here. It's taking a minute for everything to come up. Okay. All right. I've got 3 choices for you guys. Let's see here. We've got Company. I think we'll do Company Heroes 3. Company Heroes 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Tarkov. I think we'll do Company Heroes 3. So we're gonna raid off to somebody called Wreaking Havoc. Now you're gonna see a custom raid message that you can use right there. There it is right there. To battle with honor. Greetings, noble seeker, wreaking havoc. We from the high seas come to witness thy strategic mastery in the art of war. Yes, Stripper is playing World of Warships. However, the vote went to somebody who is streaming Stack Up. Stack Up won by 1 vote. So I'm going to send you off to somebody that I found and signed up for Stack Up. And you guys are going to like this person, actually. They're a lot of fun. So when you get there, please make sure you say hello Tell them thank you for fundraising for Stack Up. Raptor, if you're still here, thank you for the raid. You didn't have to do that. I was not expecting that because I was going to be stopping soon as well. But thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate you. And what the hell, I'll shout you out again anyway. Even though everybody knows who you are at this point. Oh, there's one of your Civ 6 clips, huh? Take care, 99 Destroyer. Did I shout you out? I did, didn't I? Yes, I did. I think I did. I take longer to well, because there are so many things that I want to do because you all deserve it. I want to do it right. And it's hard to just be like, bye guys, and then go. I feel like that's a disservice. All right, those of you on YouTube, thank you again for being here. I will be ending the YouTube stream as well.